This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you're at your best, you can do great things. But sometimes life gets in the way. Working with a therapist can empower you to be the best version of yourself, no matter what life throws at you. Visit betterhelp.com/allies to try it now.
Hello. Welcome to the Easy Allies podcast. I'm Daniel Bloodworth, coming to you from a rainy Los Angeles, California. Happy New Year. Although I know the public version of last week's went out on New Year's Day. But this is the first time that we're back here recording in the new year. This week I've got Brad Ellis.
Hello.
Michael Damiani.
What's up?
Over in the control room we've got Isla Hink.
Hey!
Don Casanova.
There he is.
And Gabby Montoute.
They're incredible.
Friends, it's 2023. It's time to go through our winter game preview. We're going to go over a bunch of the games coming out over the next 3 months. Check them out and have some fun. Talk about them. See what's coming up. But before we get started, we must answer for the mistakes we made in last week's episode.
So long ago.
Isla, begin corrections music, please.
Boop.
We've actually got 3 episodes worth of corrections.
Hell yeah.
I did trim them down some, though, but some of them I went on down rabbit hole, so we'll have fun.
Trim them up, baby.
A few people tried to correct me on Ore Wars. That is not a thing that we correct.
Whoa.
Don't
Got
worry about
him.
it.
Don't even try.
What did they try to correct you on?
Well, actually, you do it at this
I
part.
changed the U to a we, and I didn't do a robot voice, and, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
This is the fun one. Some folks pointed out that in a character guide from 1993, Yoshi's name was listed as T. Yoshi-Sor Munchakoopas.
Ooh.
This is an interesting document because it isn't made for public consumption. It's basically distributed to like retail partners and advertisers with like all the colors, the like right colors for printing and everything, with all the different characters. And like these are just like dumb little blurbs like written underneath that don't really matter.
Right. They're non-canon.
Right. I don't think they're canon. Some other quote-unquote facts that likely aren't canon. There's an alternate name for Toad, Little Toady, who was off visiting relatives in the Fungus Federation.
It sounds like from the movie.
Toady.
Hey, Little Toady!
Also, Wario was one of Mario's childhood friends who became jealous of his plumbing skills and dashing good looks.
Okay.
There's no accounting for taste.
Sounds right.
Bringing it back around to Yoshi, more recently, Nintendo has asserted that Yoshi is not even a dinosaur, but simply a Yoshi.
Okay.
All right.
I thought, okay.
This I found on a Nintendo UK Kids webpage.
Okay. All right.
I can imagine the Nintendo guy just being like, what do you mean? He's Yoshi. That's it.
And Damiani, like, am I remembering right? Like, even like back in like early interviews for Super Mario World, like Nintendo and saying like Miyamoto wanted a dinosaur like
Yes,
from the beginning.
that is true.
Like, I want Mario riding a dinosaur, but we didn't have the technology on the NES.
I feel like this is probably true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true.
I feel like the answer, it's a Yoshi, is when they don't know the answer, and so they don't want to get in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a Yoshi.
This whole thing was Dinosaur Island.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
Super Mario World.
And Dinosaur Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's Yoshi Island, though. It's in the title.
We were speculating who you play as in Wolong, but you actually play as your own custom character.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you don't play as any of those famous figures from the Three Kingdoms era, as far as we know.
Cool.
Hubert had asked when we get a Bayonetta movie. There actually was an anime movie.
Yeah, I
back
knew there was
in
an anime.
2013.
Yeah.
Bayonetta Bloody Fate. Don't know much about it,
Don't know anything about it.
but it exists. We were talking about how FromSoft considered bright, colorful games to be beyond their capabilities. But they
So good.
They did develop the Adventures of Cookie and Cream. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sucked. They couldn't do it.
They
Played it
knew.
at Easy Live in 2019.
Uh,
But yeah, go back and watch that archive.
It's their Achilles heel.
It was beyond their capabilities. Yeah, it's the proof in the pudding.
We got a little mixed up with the Who's Been in Fortnite game, but to be clear, Attack on Titan has had a crossover in Call of Duty
Mobile.
as well
Right?
as PUBG.
Okay, I thought it was like Call of Duty Mobile. Maybe it was.
Maybe it's
the
only
other ones.
Warzone,
Maybe, I have no idea.
but it was definitely in Call of Duty. I remember
Cool.
it.
Clear it up.
I had flat out said that Mario Kart 8 DLC was not announced in 2022, but I was wrong.
Oh!
It was indeed announced during the February Nintendo Direct that same year.
Got it.
And I haven't found an official source on this, but this was kind of a crazy thing that came up after we recorded. It appears that the secret Embracer acquisition, remember how it was like there's one unnamed company in that big list, was for a developer that made Welcome to Bloxburg in Roblox. It's like a one-man developer named Shortcake AB has now been renamed to Coffee Stain Gothenburg. And this was reported on December 19th by an unofficial Embracer investor account on Twitter who just like closely follows like everything that Embracer does.
Okay.
So that seems to have solved the mystery.
Yep.
Who knows what they're actually doing with
Making
that
it,
other than
yeah.
just like raking in the profits.
Now I'm picturing this dude who runs the unofficial Embracer investor account. He's just like, I just love Embracer.
Right.
I just love him.
If you have a correction, leave it in the YouTube comments on either the public version or the patron version of this episode. Start with the word correction so I can search for it, and leave a timestamp for the part of the video that you are correcting. And corrections music.
Boop.
All right, it's time for our winter game preview. Yeah. Starting with January. Some quick notes. This is not comprehensive. This is not every single game coming out.
Right.
From January and March and February, just some highlights that we picked up. And also not going to blanket B-roll for every single game. I just kind of went with the ones that like, maybe you don't know what that is. Maybe we haven't talked about that as much. But there's still quite a bit in there. And then everyone will be picking their own sizzle and fizzle for the quarter as we go along. First up on January 11th, Children of Silentown. This is a creepy adventure game. It's kind of they're inspired by Tim Burton. They also wanted to like avoid some of the like old school point and click adventure kind of pitfalls of just like putting random objects together and not knowing.
Yeah,
like
streamline it a little.
Yeah, figuring out like what the heck is the logic behind this. It's got kind of a hand-drawn pastel-looking art style. It's really freaky eyes.
Yes, very freaky
like
eyes.
lots of like rings around the eyes, but no pupils. But you still kind of go around and solve puzzles. Some puzzles are based on songs and like learning different notes to each song. And they do say that there's multiple endings in there as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
So some incentive to replay and try different options.
Yeah, I really like the background art.
Yeah.
Like the setting and everything. This little town they're walking around. It looks really good. I don't have a lot of experience with games like this, Bloodworth, so it's like hard for me to, I guess, really figure out what's different about it. So that I'm curious what you really think about this game, since you have some experience with these kind of games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just always interested in people, trying different things with them.
Right.
And it seems like this one, I may get things mixed up, but I think this is one where they were saying that originally, like, they were just going to like make like a short animation or whatever about it, but then they wanted some interactivity, and it just kind of kept building and building into like they kind of made a full game out of it.
Got it, yeah.
So, and that's just next week basically.
Yeah, coming out of nowhere.
Brad, one that you've played and previewed for us, Vengeful Guardian Moonrider.
No, I did not. That was Huber.
That was Huber.
Oh,
crap.
You would think it's me, but it was not me.
I would think it was you for sure.
Yes.
But yeah, this is coming out pretty soon from Arcade Crew and Blazing Chrome developers. Got a lot of Contra vibes in there.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's just really cool, like chunky pixels.
Yeah, definitely chunky pixels.
Good way to put it.
Reminds me of like Genesis.
Yeah, exactly. And that side-scrolling shooting action.
Yeah, you're like a cyborg samurai ninja thing kind of running around. It's like, yeah, I'm totally into this. I'll definitely check this out. It looks really fun. I love like old school kind of platformers like this one. This one looks really great.
Yeah.
So you've got your shooting. You've also got like a lot of slashing and stuff going on there. Maybe it's more slashing than shooting. Blazing Chrome is all shooting. That's what I'm getting mixed up. Because this one's a little bit more Ninja Gaiden looking.
Yeah. It reminds me like Cyber Shadow was kind of like maybe NES, then this is more of a Genesis angle to it, I guess.
Yeah. Totally.
But yeah, it's looking really good. Diamond, are you into this?
Yeah, it looks pretty sick. The traversal stuff looks pretty awesome. Like games where you're a little bit more mobile like this. Plus, yeah, having it be focused on like more melee with like, so you've got secondary weapons that you're using here and there, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I want to get like I bet this has an awesome soundtrack.
Yeah,
too.
I'm sure it does. Yeah, it looks really good.
Next up on the 13th, One Piece Odyssey, bro.
Yeah. Very excited for this.
There you go.
I love One Piece and I love turn-based RPGs. Meld them together. It definitely looks visually like Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah.
Looks really inspired by that.
They worked on as well.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm looking forward to diving in this. Always hoping for a great anime game, especially for one I like. So I'm hoping it's a really great game. I don't expect amazing things from it, Blood, but I hope it's great.
Right.
Like, that's all I need.
I think that's the thing too, is that we've gotten a lot of One Piece games, but I don't know that we've gotten anything quite to this scale.
Like recently it's been like the Pirate Warrior games, I feel like, and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not totally caught up on every anime video game adaptation, but it feels like Naruto had like the Ultimate Ninja Storm stuff.
Yeah,
that was
they had like
really,
for a while.
It was a really big standout series for them, and I don't know if like anything has really come
for One Piece
close to
not
that.
really here.
They usually go like either like fighting games, like a fighting game or a beat 'em up style game.
They've had some like adventure kind of games. They had one on Wii a long time ago. I forgot what it was called, or a couple of them. And they handheld games.
I remember one called like Unlimited Cruise or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, also the Ultimate Ninja Storm games take you through like the arcs. Like it's another way to experience the story. Like whether you want to do the manga, the anime, now you could do like the Ultimate Ninja Storm and get like that experience.
Right.
It'd be kind of cool, to get this. But I think this is something.
It's kind of different.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
It looks like you're revisiting areas from the series, but it's like different timeline things are lining up.
Okay.
Stuff's not exactly the same, and that ties in the whole story and everything like that. But Oda, the creator, is involved, so I'm always
cool.
Thumbs up to that. It's always good.
Yeah. Next on my list for the 19th, Space for the Unbound, which I want to say we first saw this during like a Nintendo Indie World showcase or something along those lines. But it's got like a real kind of anime look to it.
Yeah.
But it takes place in 90s rural Indonesia.
Oh.
And it's kind of a narrative adventure. You got two main characters, and one of them has like this. There's like these supernatural mechanics where you dive into people's minds and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's going to be quite like Psychonauts or what.
Yeah.
And then there's a werewolf in the trailer.
Yeah, that's cool.
That I grabbed. You're like, oh. So I don't know how it's all going to fit together.
Yeah.
But I really like the art style.
Yeah.
And I think it's got some good vibes. It's got some really nice music too.
Yeah, definitely.
In there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to all come down to the story in that game, but visually I think it looks very appealing.
Colossal Cave, which is coming from Ken and Roberta Williams. They're dusting off their old workbooks and getting back into a game that just inspired them. But I might, I know it feels mean, but I might give this my fizzle.
Ooh, okay.
I feel like this is a game where if I didn't know the pedigree, it would just not get a second look.
Sure.
I just feel just like technology wise and graphics wise, it feels like it's just not up to date, even with something that you would expect out of the indie space.
Yeah.
And so, I'm curious about it. I would, be interested in playing it for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm just if we're just all giving it a pass because of who it's coming from.
Who it's coming from, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard for us to tell because, as far as I'm aware, none of us has played the original ones and all that
well, the
stuff.
original was a text-based.
Oh,
game.
okay. So
they're just
I don't even know
jumping to something like this, it's can they still pull that off? And those questions surrounding that, and I think your concerns are perfectly valid, Blood. You know,
yeah.
if you didn't tell me who this was by, I'd be like, oh, interesting, but it looks a little rough. But you know, who knows? Like the gameplay could be, you know, fantastic. You know, that's their specialty.
They've made a lot of legendary games over the
yeah.
years.
So like, I can't write that off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then next up, still on the 19th, we've got Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden coming out to modern platforms.
Yeah. Well, Golden already hitting the PC, so it's just nice to see it come into other platforms. But for me, like Persona 3 Portable finally being, set free from the PlayStation Portable, where it had only been before.
Or Vita.
Oh yeah. And I don't think it was able. Maybe it wasn't available digitally, or it probably was
On Vita?
actually.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
That's right. I played it.
I think the Square Enix games are ones where they
Yes.
were no.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, it's been like over a decade since
Yeah, it's been a long
that,
time.
and it's just good to see it. Like for me, it feels like the perfect match for Switch because it was made to be a portable experience. It is not the original or FES, which is the enhanced version of the original version of Persona 3. There's 3 versions of this game. This will make the 4th version of this game.
Yeah, but
it's a little
there was
confusing.
like weird, like some things got some features and some
Yes.
didn't.
So
right?
there is no, if you're looking for a definitive edition, has all the content there, it does not exist.
Got it.
FES is like enhanced version of the original, which is like 3D assets. Whereas Portable forgoes, well, the dungeon crawling part in Tartarus is still 3D environment. Everything else is like 2D assets.
Like visual novel.
Yeah,
almost,
it's basically a visual novel, and you just like point and click where you want to go, and then like the text options. There's no 3D character models you interact with or walk around environments, so that's not present in this version. But it did get a female protagonist and extra story content for that, and a few like other quality of life changes that were added in the original Persona 3 Portable. So yeah, it's you're not quite getting the full experience by not like they still haven't like unified these two significantly different versions. But again, just having a way to play this game after so long is just really nice to have.
Yeah, especially because this was the one that like made Persona kind of the way we know it now.
Yeah, the high school social link and that type of stuff, because everything before that was not like this at all. So this like kickstarted like probably Persona becoming more popular than the rest of the SMT brand in general.
I would say so.
Yeah, and then got it down the path it's on now, where everything is like, when's Persona? Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that like both 3 and 4 came out on PS2 because 3 was really late in the PS2 life cycle.
Yeah, 4 was super late. I think it came out.
4 was
2008?
OG 4 was 2008.
Yeah.
And then that was, I believe, it was around 8 or 2009 was when portable version of this came out, or 10. So yeah, they've always been late. Like late in the existing generation. There will always be a new console. So like it was like 2 years into the PS3's lifespan that we got Persona 4, and then same thing with like Persona 5 was technically cross-gen.
Yeah,
it wasn't
on
just
PS3.
exclusive. So will Persona actually be will the next one be current gen only, cross-gen? Who knows? But there's also been like rumors of like a remake of Persona 3. Like coming as well.
Oh yeah,
There's like some
wait, what?
I'm not too terribly sure about that, and so that happens, and there'll be like 4 versions. I don't know. It's getting a
Maybe
little
that's
Atlas,
a
baby.
yeah, but then the rumors like that one's not getting the bonus content, so it's like I don't even know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember playing it back at Game Trailers, and that I really liked Persona 3. I liked the characters. I really like the music in the game, and it was like my first experience with that type of like social like sim, like building those bonds, those links between characters, and basically giant like spreadsheet simulator of like managing your schedule. Like where do you want to go today? Who do you want to spend time with? And like that first playthrough, you will not get to spend time with everyone. You will not be able to do everything, and that's the point. Because who the heck could do this? And as long of a game it is, it's like you could play again and like come back with 50, 60 plus hours. Come on back for another. And it's like, oh, okay, sure. Also, very very challenging. Can be a challenging game depending on like how you play it.
Yeah. Every one of those can get brutal sometimes. Next day, January 20th. Ooh man. You're just feasting, Damiani. Fire Emblem Engage.
Oh yeah, that's our during stream team our chat wanted to make me aware of a Digital Foundry video that said it runs better than Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh, great!
So that's a good improvement.
Hey, that's
good.
Improvement. I really hate the two like box art character designs, like the
blue and red.
I don't like. I can't. Like, that's the only thing I don't like so far about it. But I keep getting tagged with trailers about new features being thrown into this game, and I've kind of like just tuned it all out so far.
Just getting ready to go in blind kind of thing.
Yeah, and I'm like, I just want like a good solid strategy RPG, like traditional Fire Emblem like experience with like the extras are like cool. There's like the cherry on the top, but the gimmick of like including like the legacy characters, kind of like what is the summons? Again, I've been kind of like just tuning it out. But I'm actually been like waiting for like a brand new Fire Emblem for like, since the last one came out a few years ago. It's been so many rumors about this is the next Fire Emblem, this is the next Fire Emblem. Like none of them really came to pass, and it's like finally we're getting it. And the permadeath stuff, like I hope all like that stuff is like still there. And I don't know if we're gonna be able to like they should have like all the difficulty settings out the gate, because I remember they had to like add in as DLC, I think, like the hardest difficulty for Three Houses, but they're gonna have like a DLC plan for this, so I'm curious what that's gonna.
Wasn't the latest trailer a DLC trailer?
Yeah, I think the last directive we saw
probably
it was like a DLC trailer.
I'm pretty sure they said it. I'm just like ignoring it. It's like sure, yeah.
I never noticed because I'm looking at the characters now. Like, she looks all right, but the guy's hair, how it just kind of, like, goes down to make an X over his nose, really weird looking. I, like, can't stop staring at it now. Anyway.
The thing with the houses in the last game, though, was such a big deal, and, like, people replaying and all that. Do you think that there's going to be
I don't know
lost by not seeming to have something similar?
Yeah, I mean, I think people may be looking for that type of experience or, going to find it maybe lacking in that department. But Fire Emblem has a rich history of like still building bonds with characters. Again, go back to like the social sim part of it. You still like rank up with character relationships. I don't know if they'll like go like the marriage route again or anything like that. If they already confirmed that's not going to be in this game, but going back.
Wait, they did confirm, or if they've confirmed?
If I said.
Oh, okay, they better.
Like going back even as far as like might have even been before this, but like even like the GameCube like Fire Emblem like. You could rank up with your characters, and in battle, you like get benefits from that.
Yeah.
Like Awakening was the first big one where they showed.
As far as I know, they've always had something to that degree. They've just fleshed it out.
Yeah, and that's all
less obscure.
That's all I'm looking for is that you bring someone into battle. You build a relationship with them. You might get some more like conversations with them. There might be a character on the battlefield that if you don't have someone out there, you can't recruit them. Or like I like that type of stuff because it's like it gives you another objective. Like I have to make my way all the way over here to try and recruit this person while still winning this battle. It's like just those extra layers they kind of put on there. Also going to be like looking very carefully at those battlefields.
Yeah,
seeing if they give me that nice like geography and some
something
some height height
high
advantage. High ground. I want to roll a boulder down a hill again. I want that again.
Yeah.
I want like ballistas like shooting stuff, and I have to be like wary of their range. I want traps on the battlefield. Yeah. Oop.
Nice.
Wait, is this? I'm confused though. This is like an all-stars like Fire Emblem. There's like characters from other games in it.
You like summon them or whatever. They're like specters or something. They're not like actually in your party.
Okay.
They like fight alongside you as a character. Like it's like a summon ability. So they're not like part of your active roster.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous. I don't know. I hope it's
little.
cool and not intrusive.
Yeah, I feel like every other Fire Emblem I've seen, the kind of like hook was a little bit more appealing out of the gate.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more nebulous. It's
right.
like I feel like I just need to get my hands on it to understand it a little bit better.
Yeah, because this one, I guess I don't really know what the hook at all is. Like, because the other one was like, it's a school. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but it feels like Tommy was saying, it feels like the hook is the classic characters. But it
Right,
seems like,
which
is that a hook?
But isn't that also the hook of the mobile game? It's like, and that I didn't enjoy, so.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, honestly, as long as like the battle gameplay is there and they have some substantial like social content in between.
Yeah.
Also, like walking around environments and stuff. Like they could, if they're looking for some room to improve, it'd be nicer to have like that.
Yeah.
Like Garrick Mach was like okay. but could have used a little bit, maybe better performance and a little bit more to do in that environment, honestly.
That same day, Monster Hunter Rise finally coming to PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just like one at a time. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's just like
I don't know why they didn't do that at the same time as PC. You'd think that
probably
wouldn't
some
have been-
deal.
Yeah.
With Nintendo, probably. I assume.
Maybe.
Do you think this would be the last Monster Hunter that does this weird ass kind of like release pattern like
I
this,
hope
or do you
so,
think they'll
man.
get their act together
I
with
hope
the
so,
next
especially
one?
with Wild Hearts being like,
Yeah.
it's cross-platform right out the gate. Boom.
I feel like World 2 or whatever the heck the next one is.
Yeah,
needs, like,
hopefully.
every platform
That
right
can
away
run it, yeah.
and cross save or cross play, whatever.
Yeah,
It's
I hope it's
has
all-
to happen.
Yeah. It's
definitely.
just strange because it's like, it was, supposed to be the Switch version because Switch couldn't have done World, and kind of like a mix of the like old and new styles with its own things going on. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, okay, we're gonna put it on PC too. Oh, it can't do cross saves. Okay, we're gonna put it on
Yeah.
these other consoles. It also can't do cross.
I already
saves.
went through this game twice.
And and Sunbreak is still coming later.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
get Sunbreak at
Yeah,
launch.
that's
Oh, why?
this is like you live like in a different like region of the world where
Yeah.
like it's like they're localizing it slower, so like,
Yeah.
they're keeping you delayed on purpose.
Yeah, it's like getting
Why?
Japanese games from the 90s, dude. Just pray you get that game a year later or something.
It used to be a Trails game where you're
Yeah.
still waiting like 10 years for a game.
Damiani, where are we at on Forspoken? Has this risen? I feel like
Well-
it's gone up and then down, and I feel like might
Yeah,
come
I
back up again.
I feel like that the publicly released demo, I don't know if that did a lot of favors.
Oh,
Seemed
okay.
like a lot of people, because they just randomly dropped you in a random part of the game and very little context. So I think, and a lot of things weren't explained. Like there are a lot of ability. Even I was like, oh, we don't have this yet. And then apparently you could. Like the rope swing ability was apparently in there. And I was like, oh, crap. Like, why didn't they like give you a better tutorial? So it was a little half-baked, I feel like.
Yeah,
And,
you kind of have to like experiment and probably put in a little more effort than most people wanted to.
Now, I do think it went over a little bit worse than probably they expected, because a lot of people probably just like played it for a little bit and then bailed
Yeah,
on it.
that's what I mean,
Which is the
yeah.
problem. Like if people just like sunk their teeth into it a little bit, longer, they would have seen that there is a little bit more to it. And like it seemed like the people who spent enough time with the demo were starting to see the potential of the combat system and the traversal mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what was reinforced by the preview event that I went to, where I got to see the game more in a linear, like contextual presentation of the opening through like the first few chapters. So I think it has that potential, but like the thing that's been held back, but it's been shown in some of their videos, is just need to get hands-on with like everything finally unlocked. How does it all come together when I have all these crazy abilities, and like how does that feel? Because that seems like what you're working up to and where the game's potential that we keep alluding to is. And if that moment arrives and it still doesn't deliver, then I think they might have a little bit of a problem on their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it really started to sing for me a little more, because at first I was like, okay, this is kind of weird, and I just was using one of the combat styles because I liked it better. When it started making me switch them around and like combo them, that got really more fun. The one that really got me, that I was like, okay, clearly they are going to add this later, because there were like things growing out of the rocks that you can clearly like hook onto or whatever. But like traversal stuff upgrading over time. Because in the demo, if you fall off, like I fell off the bridge while I was fighting people, and it was like 15 minutes to get back up to the bridge because I couldn't scale the rocks properly, So like stuff like that I think will really help.
There's also, apparently in the demo, there's a lot of the quality of life options that people started to figure out that made for better playthrough. For example, each of your like 3 abilities like are on a cooldown. There was like an option that like auto cycles. Like when you use one, just cycle to the next one. So like you don't have to like even
Manually do it.
do
that's-
it. It will just like,
that's
if you want
really
to keep
good.
it spamming attacks because you want to be aggressive, it'll just cycle through all of them for you. And then there was like a D-pad option to like quickly change between that stuff as well. I mean, I know that the touchpad already had like a swipe thing, but you really could tweak some things. And like I didn't even know about that. I was like, oh, that would have made this go down a lot smoother, honestly. Despite all this,
Screaming Argonaut in chat says, I'm mostly concerned that the cuff won't talk enough.
oh yeah, there's definitely been some criticism about the banter between
So
the two
good.
of them. The
Right.
people are still not sold on the dialogue from your cuff companion. Yeah, there's still concerns about. Oh,
This is great. Chat doesn't know about this, but the electricity just came back on. Lots of cheering from outside.
Yeah.
The power was out in his area.
Yeah, the power was out in my area for like 4 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came in to the office early because of the power being out.
That's good news. Yeah, I just know that the executives of Square Enix have a lot of like high hopes for this, and there's a lot riding on it.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I feel like this team has been given very unrealistic expectations for this.
Sounds like Square Enix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Even when a game does well, it doesn't meet expectations.
yeah, it's a little concerning about what that's going to mean, but I definitely think this team at Luminous has a lot of like talent behind it. And I imagine this game will be like potentially a good like stepping stone to building, like learning from some mistakes and seeing the feedback from this. I just feel like I don't know if any more time would help this game at this point. I just think this is a brand new effort, and it's being treated as like another pillar of
Right.
Square Enix, where games have been like decades, like they've had decades of experience under their belts, and it's like they keep touting like, oh, this is a team that worked on Final Fantasy 15. It's like some of them did, but like a lot of the
Right.
people moved on from that team, and it's like, all right, well, it's a lot of new people here, and like that's good that they got all the new talent, but there's like usually this really weird high, like kind of like bar set for anyone within this, like within Square Enix, and I think that's just might be skewing some of the expectations there.
Yep.
So.
I also think like with a game like this that has like a different kind of style, or it's taking a swing stylistically, like with the dialogue, or like a modern girl in the
Right.
ancient world kind of thing. So like she's swearing a lot, and like there's a different stylistic kind of vibe to it. Chat was mentioning Guardians of the Galaxy, which I think had a similar issue where it's like it's tough to get that tone across in a trailer in a way that doesn't seem like weird and off-putting, because it's not what you expect given what you see, so like you're seeing a dragon in a fantasy world and she's like swearing a bunch, and it's like a weird disconnect, whereas if you're playing the actual game, it kind of, you settle in and you flow better and you get used to it, and then you're like, oh, I actually kind of appreciate this world. It's
Yeah.
just, I don't know, hard to do in a vertical slice or a preview sometimes.
It felt like it was building towards that with the relationship
Yeah.
between the main character and the companion. But even in a demo, I don't know how you get that across. Like that's going to take like hours
long
upon
time,
hours
yeah.
to build up that.
Right. Or it's just going to be grating and irritating. And
True.
I don't know.
And then turn it in. You
I've
go
just
to
played the demo, so
Then you go
who
to the
knows?
sound options and
Yeah, mute all.
Yeah, it like again, like it has. I think it still has potential. I don't want to like write anything off, but it feels, for on a personal level, coming from like the tech demos they showed off in the past and like the concepts there, like the OG,
Athia?
like Agni's philosophy. It
Oh,
was
that's
like,
what it was, yeah.
Yeah, that like even that looked a little bit more appealing. Like kind of like set. It was the reverse. It was like magical stuff, but in more of a real world setting. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. These people like running around with guns and shooting, and like it's kind of like a hybrid of reality and fantasy. And then like using the magic, like was like actually like painful. Like there, I don't know. There were some interesting concepts there, and that might still technically be explored in this game. I don't fully know, but I feel like I don't know.
It does seem like you do dip a little into like the modern world stuff and her world.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the opening of the game. Like it was from New York and stuff, and like there is a portion of the game they showed in trailers. It's not spoilers. They put this out there publicly. One of they start with the T, the Tantas or whatever they're called, the guardians of the land. One of them is like genjutsu shit, and she makes you think you're back in the real world, and so like you're fighting in like the streets of New York City, but you're not really in New York City. So yeah, they have a little bit of that going on.
Yep. I'm not into this game for the story at all.
Yeah.
Never was, but gameplay looks fun. Like if they can sell me on that dummy, like going through this world, making it more enjoyable, like the momentum seems to be a big part of it. If that's good, then hey.
I feel
I'm
like
cool with that.
the most difficult thing for them is to nail the feeling of like combat and traversal
Yeah.
in terms of it feeling smooth.
Yep.
And I think it's like not quite there from what I've played.
I think this is a game you're going to have to spend a lot of time with, really.
Yeah. Whereas like something as Final Fantasy 16, those trailers immediately convey
of
how
course.
like smooth and like the combat, like you buy into it so quickly. This you keep saying potential, and we can go back to that word, and it's like even with hands on, it's still you're like maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Also that day, a game I don't know a lot about, but I was curious seeing it on this list. Risen. It's kind of a cult classic PC RPG from 2009. Is getting a re-release from THQ Nordic.
Oh,
So it was on PC and Xbox 360. Now it's coming to PS4, Xbox One, and
I don't know
Switch.
anything about it.
It's kind of a fantasy RPG. It's like I wouldn't quite call it cartoony, but like not like ultra gritty, realistic or anything
Okay.
like that. And yeah, also kind of like some people like gave it some 8s, some people gave it some 7s. You know, it was just kind of like that middle of the road thing. But it feels like that's like THQ's ballpark.
What was the
finding these games that were like just like a little bit above a swimming in 7s?
What was that fantasy game? You played the remaster.
Oh, Amalur?
Yes,
Oh,
that.
Kingdom.
THQ,
That's
I think
what
did
it.
that too, yeah.
How you're describing it, that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know a lot about it, but I think some people out there might
Yeah. Cool.
want to be aware.
That's cool. Second chance.
That game's coming back, and then maybe it'll get a sequel if they like it,
Mm-hmm.
like how it does. We just found out about this the other day, January 26th. Hitman 3 is becoming Hitman World of Assassination.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so this isn't really a new release, but they're basically like stripping away all the other confusing ways to buy it, and they're just like focusing on like, no,
It's a platform now.
just buy this. Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's going to have all the Hitman 1 and 2 content. You won't be able to buy Hitman 1 and 2 standalone anymore. And it's just going to be all right there, and that's going to be their platform, which was
All right.
originally what they wanted to do with Hitman, but I think between Square Enix and just publishing reality or
Yeah.
whatever, they got pushed into like, no, do a real sequel kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Okay. Well, I mean, it sounds cool to me. I really like these Hitman games from them. So, I mean, if it's just them like adding new missions every so often, sounds cool to me.
Yeah.
Go the season route. So yeah, pay like, each year for like new like pack. That's probably what I imagine they'll do.
Yeah, and then Hitman 3 players are going to get upgraded automatically, basically.
Oh,
nice.
cool.
It's going to be basically a free update on
Very
every
cool.
platform.
Yeah.
They seem to want to take care of their fan base.
Yeah.
They've been making very good decisions with what they've been doing since they've had their autonomy back.
And then I forget the details, but I know there's still that big mode, the freelancer mode or something like that, that's on the way.
Okay.
It's sometime later this year. Next day, January 27th, the Dead Space remake.
Yeah. I'll be playing this day one.
Yeah.
For sure. I really liked the first one. I haven't played it since it like came out though, so it's going to be
the original
very
release, yeah.
when I play it, I'm not going to remember. I'll remember a few moments, but I'm really curious to see like what's super different. Like I know we've seen Isaac's face in this, and like you don't see his face in the original game. And I guess there's voice acting now for him too, which
Yeah.
there was not in the original game. So I'm curious to check all that out. And I mean, giving Dead Space another chance is very nice because I hate 3. Hate that game. It sucks.
Right.
And it's like, yes, you can give me a good Dead Space game again. I'm all for it.
Did you play Callisto yet? Or?
I did beat it. Yes.
Okay. What
And
did
it's
you
like-
think of that?
I was kind of with Huber. There's a potential thing with it. Like I see potential in that game. I think it has some rough edges though. So hopefully this lives up to what people want and what I want from it.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
I just said it's fun, and we're getting these two games so close together
Yeah.
like this, so people can like have that fresh in their mind and do the comparison when they play through Dead Space.
There's gonna be a lot.
And yeah, it's gonna be like, all right, well, but also maybe for the team for Callisto Protocol, like just seeing anything new they do with that Dead Space, given their like pedigree, and maybe it's like sends a message, maybe go back more in this direction or
Sure, yeah.
something like that. If you're allowed to make a follow up,
Yeah, there's some controversial decisions in Callisto for sure. For most people, I'd say
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I know that like technology-wise, Dead Space is looking really good.
Yeah,
And that's one of Callisto's like weak points. Is it came out the gate with like a lot of
problems when it came out.
performance issues. I don't know if those have been smoothed over really yet or not.
yeah.
But yeah, if Dead Space can bring like that visual fidelity along with some good
And a nice
performance.
clean launch. Yeah, hopefully. Definitely. And like just single player EA games, you know?
Right.
It's like from those days when
yeah.
we never thought we'd ever get one
And
again.
that's what the studio at Motive is supposed to be focusing on.
Yeah,
Like
so
more of that kind of thing.
It's like great. And more games from them we'll talk about
Working
later
on
on
those
this.
Marvel games next, I think.
Yeah.
On the 31st, I don't have a lot to say about it, but again, one I wanted to like bring up there: Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition coming to Xbox.
Cool. Yeah.
And retooling
I've heard
that game.
that version's good.
Yeah,
Or the PC version at least.
yeah.
I had
but
some friends that
retooling it
played
for
it.
console.
That's cool. I love that. That's super rad. Because RTS is a game I feel like that doesn't get a lot of mainstream attention, but they are quietly doing super well and thriving.
Right.
Like still plenty of people playing them. So that's really rad. They're even like porting it to Xbox.
Next one, we got some trailers for this. Inkulinati coming to early access on the 1st. This definitely gives me Pentiment vibes.
Yeah,
I'm about to say. It was, wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
I wonder
but
if they
this
were
is-
pissed when they saw Pentiment.
Right.
Damn it.
But yeah, this is more of a strategy game though.
Okay.
But yeah, it definitely has this look of like an old school book with illustration, but then you'll have like one side on one page and then the other team on the other page, and they kind of like use the margin or whatever as their battleground.
How pissed do you think they were when Pentiment got announced? Because I think they announced this first, if I recall.
Oh yeah, I think I've been seeing this
Yeah, for a
in the
long
wings
time.
for a little while.
The little Yoda like
Yeah.
rabbit thing.
I'm curious whether like the hands and stuff are just a trailer thing or if it's
Yeah,
actually
I was
something
gonna
you
ask.
see
You
in-game.
Definitely
know, that's
wondering.
like part of the gameplay.
And there's some like battle map stuff in there in between.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sort of Darkest Dungeon vibe.
Yeah, it definitely looks like
but-
Darkest Dungeon, their lineup, but there's multiple floors for a lot of the
Yeah.
maps.
yeah.
So interesting little game coming out. Been in the works for quite a bit. Another one that we've been keeping an eye on is Season,
Oh, right.
A Letter to the Future, and this is the one where you're kind of like traveling the world on a bike as like the world is ending or something like that, and you're just like documenting everything, and you're going around and you're taking photographs, you're getting audio recordings, and you're just kind of keeping this journal. And
I really want this to be good.
Yeah, I do too, and it's one of those games where it's like, despite how bleak it all is, it just feels like very like just peaceful, kind of heartwarming vibes.
Yeah. The next real Stranding game, right?
Next real Strand.
Strain game.
But, sorry, Strand game. But I mean, just being able to explore like a large world and focusing a little bit more on like narrative and exploration. Those gives like pretty good vibes. Also, like the aesthetic for this game, this art style looks really good.
Yeah.
I think, I think it has a lot of potential, honestly. I mean, even if you're not into narrative, some people just like walking across beautiful vistas and just being able to like chill without any enemies like threatening them or stuff, and just being able to like walk out there and do their thing. Yeah.
I hope it runs better than the trailer.
Yeah.
was it running
Yeah,
good?
that's
Yeah.
a little concerning.
Well, and other concerns include that the co-head of the studio was definitely accused of some pretty gnarly stuff. So who knows? Hopefully they sorted all that out.
Yeah, I know that they were in the midst of that, but it's
Yeah.
hard to say. And then last game for January, SpongeBob SquarePants: The Cosmic Shake.
Cool.
There you
Looks
go.
fun. I would play it.
SpongeBob, never bet against SpongeBob.
I liked the remake they did of Down for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah,
I thought that
and
was fun.
and
That was
what we're-
actually fun, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about with these THQ games. It's like, okay, they take something and they
Yeah.
kind of clean it up and put it out there, and now here we got an actual sequel.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, it's an
years
actual
later,
sequel. It's like, cool.
unlike yeah, but then will the next one be like a battle versus game instead of
like Crash Bandicoot?
Oh gosh.
Here's a new one. You like it? Great. Here's something you didn't want.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, people I think do want that because it reminds them of Crash Bash, so it shouldn't dismiss it totally. But yeah, this is my brother loved SpongeBob.
Oh, really?
growing Up, like it was everywhere. Could not get away
You have
from
a
it.
brother?
Multiple brothers, right?
Yeah,
Oh my god. Do they also wear hats?
Sometimes.
not really.
Did he wear hats?
Do you know I was born with a hat, Isla?
Oh my god. Your hair was formed into the shape of a
know.
hat?
That's how they
Pretty
caught him.
cool.
They just held a hat out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the story.
True story. My sister had a mohawk until she was like 2, and like they couldn't flatten it. It just kept going. It was awesome.
Great.
I thought she was so cool.
Getting into February, first one on the list, Deliver Us Mars, which I don't know a lot about these games. I feel like there's a good following to them.
Deliver us.
Deliver Us to the Moon was the first game, which I don't know if this one has like any like actual story ties because it feels like it feels like the story is kind of standalone. But yeah, you're this young astronaut who's going to Mars to retrieve some kind of technology that's out there that will help save the Earth.
It looks like a mix of Interstellar and The Martian.
Yeah, and like this latest or the trailer I put up here is it's a story trailer, so it kind of goes into some of her backstory, some of the things that are kind of motivating her and driving her.
I bet Hero will be into this.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is Huber bait.
Big time.
Ooh.
but it seems like action adventure overall. It doesn't seem like it's like too tech heavy or sim heavy in that kind of sense.
Yeah, but we haven't really seen much of what you do when you're playing. It just showed her kind of walking around a little bit.
Right.
Oh, wait, there's some actually.
there's
Just
a little,
kidding.
There's a little bit of climbing stuff in
Oh,
there.
yeah, take that back.
Got some
Okay.
Tomb Raider climbing going on.
Oh, she has like
Yes,
the Tomb
'cause-
Raider weapons too.
That's what you would be doing on Mars.
Yeah,
Doing that
exactly,
high. NASA would totally approve of that.
They do say there's some puzzle elements in there.
Cool.
I think you actually like drive the rover a little bit. So
Yeah, some platforming. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
Looks way
Okay.
more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. There's the rover
Cool.
driving.
Could
there
be
in the
neat.
trailer. And then on the 10th, we got Hogwarts Legacy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That game is like all over the place.
Only some
All over the
versions of
place.
that game.
Yeah. Some
Switch,
versions.
The Switch one's way
This-
later, I
Oh,
believe.
right.
Or in the
Yeah.
last
Well,
gen
PlayStation
ones.
is big on.
Yeah,
that
they
release
have
too,
probably
yeah.
they probably have
This
marketing
is
rights.
my fizzle.
Your fizzle, yeah.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Mostly because on a concept level, what I thought it was going to be in the most recent trailers and deep dives they've shown, it doesn't look like what I thought it was going to be. So I feel like it's going in a different direction than I would have like hoped for like the game of this. So it has like the latest stuff has actually like made me less interested in playing this on top of all the other like crap going around with like, with JK Rowling and shit. So it's like, yeah, you didn't like you had one thing sort of going for me and now you lost that too. And like now I'm just like completely disinterested in this game, unfortunately, which is like, I know a lot of other people worked on this game and like, but yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, it just doesn't like the combat isn't looking very good to me, and like
That's interesting because I feel like when I first saw it, the
it
combat
looked
did look
looked
good. Yeah.
better earlier for some
Yeah.
reason, and I don't know, like the focus on like being like in these like these rooms underground and depths, like it's not really what I thought it was gonna be. So
I think it's just like an open world game.
it's supposed to be, but like
Yeah.
they keep focusing on these like these.
I think they're
combat
just showing
environments,
sections,
and those
yeah.
parts don't look good to
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
And I'm
for sure.
like, man, are they ever gonna get like Harry Potter combat good?
Right.
Someone had to play like the Gears of Potter games, and then like, and then the Waggle ones is like, dear lord, like they just like they've done some good jobs of like capturing like going through like Hogwarts or sorry and going through that world, but for me, like the combat has just been like lacking in a lot of those
sure, yeah.
games. Yeah.
So what was funny is while I was away for the holiday break, we just were binging a lot of cable TV because my mom has cable and we don't. It's like so just like watching like Hallmark movies and reality TV shows and stuff like that. I actually saw a really cool like animal mystery show on Animal Planet. It's like, oh, they actually put an animal show back on Animal Planet.
Wow.
Cool. But all that to say is they were running a lot of like Hogwarts Legacy
Trailers.
trailers.
Yeah.
As well as like this wand thing. It's like this interactive wand. It's not for Hogwarts. It's a standalone thing.
Oh,
app
like
thing.
an app thing.
I've
Wave
seen this.
around.
I've
Yeah.
seen
Okay.
this. Yeah.
So, but what was funny is some of these Hogwarts Legacy trailers were just like, this is the sorting hat. It will tell you whether you're going to this house or that house or this house.
What, don't you pick your
Pre-order
own?
now.
Oh, you're like, huh?
And it's just like, that's it? That's your trailer? You just
Yeah.
named the 4 houses?
You're going to Fred's house.
And even my wife, who has like no context, was like, I'd rather get the wand.
Yeah,
the wand
sure.
was more interesting.
Yeah, probably not good advertising.
Yeah.
And it's just running constantly because Discovery owns WB and all
Right.
that now.
Yeah.
And it's just okay. This really weird.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, don't know about it. We'll see. I guess.
Very highly anticipated though.
Yeah. That's the
yeah.
thing.
I was gonna say, I think this game's gonna sell well.
I think it's gonna. Yeah.
It's gonna sell well.
Still gonna get a lot of that, and like. I know more people are clamoring for them to return. Like this is what people have been asked for. Like especially after like the disastrous, fantastic Beast follow-ups, which just strayed further. What I think a lot of fans cared about the franchise. This going back to its quote unquote roots, maybe kind of
it's like Hogwarts in the 1800s. Or something.
This might be something that people have been looking for in a good place to like build upon. But again, maybe it was like we've had countless examples, things shown in marketing materials that don't look good, and then like you finally play, it's like, oh, it actually is pretty good. So not completely dismissive of it yet, but like the most recent stuff just like kind of unsold me when I was like a little bit I believed a little bit that like this could be like potentially the best one they've made, and now I'm like not so sure. So
we will see. February 14th, Blanc. This is the
Benoit.
No, it's the
Benoit Blanc, baby.
Yeah.
It's got like a wolf cub and a
yes,
fawn that find each
remember
other.
this. Yep.
Yeah, and you sort of like do this like little co-op action adventure as they're trying to. I think they got like separated from their families in like a snowstorm or something like that, and you always like every time I see it, it's like I hope that the fawn doesn't get eaten, or whether the fawn finds their family first. And
it's like that would be an interesting situation,
but still, it looks really,
visually very striking.
Really striking visually. Yeah. One that I didn't know about until today, but I was like going through the release calendar. Wanted Dead. Do you know anything about this? Have you heard about this before?
This is a Western shooter.
No.
Oh, damn.
This is like a stylish action game. They say over and over that it's from people that worked on like Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive, but then it's like I look at this game and it's like it's hard for me to believe you because the action just feels so stilted. Like it doesn't feel as smooth as you would want from those games.
Yeah,
I want to say we talked about this once before, and Hubert said it reminded him of Wet or something.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh okay.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, Valkyrie Elysium.
Like,
okay.
Like, how do you put those together?
All right.
But yeah, it's like there's third-person action. There's a part where we just saw where she like grabs a gun from a guy and shoots him with it.
Dude, Blood. This reminds me of. Not saying it's going to be as bad. Right? Not even close. No, Devil's Third is what I'm thinking.
Okay, that's a good one. Because
I hope it's cool though.
This is such an Xbox 360.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's such a game from that era, big time. Yeah.
What are these comparisons? All right.
But yeah, swords and guns.
Yeah. Blood. If it's just a dumb, fun time, that's all I'd need from it. Right. I don't need anything special.
Yeah, it looks like it could be.
If it's just a dumb, good, goofy, fun time. Yep. Yeah. I hope it's cool. Some karaoke action. It looks like
some like fun mini game stuff in there.
When is this coming out?
This is coming out on February 14th.
That Evangelion font. I forgot about that. Shameless. So shameless.
Shameless.
On the 16th, Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line.
Yeah. How many Theater Rhythm games are there, man?
It's the Final Bar Line.
The Final Bar Line, yeah.
Quite a few of them. But this one has like a lot more going on.
I was going to say, isn't it more than
Fantasy.
it's a Dragon Quest?
Some Kingdom Hearts, maybe some Dragon Quest in there.
That makes sense. Okay.
Cool. But yeah, if you're not familiar with that series, it's a fun little rhythm game.
Yeah, with some really good music in it.
Yeah.
They often do a lot of unique remixes for it as well.
Yeah, totally.
And you can just set it to autoplay if you're bad at rhythm games.
Yeah,
so you can
totally
still enjoy
if you just want to hear the music.
The music and presentation.
Just buy a jukebox, basically.
Yeah.
February 17th, Tales of Symphonia Remastered.
Dude.
PC last year, and I think it's coming to console now.
Isn't this game locked at 30 frames?
There's like a hard skip. Like you should just like get the GameCube version.
Right.
Yeah, I heard this is like 30 frames.
They can't make it 60 frames, so just keep getting the GameCube version.
They're going off of the PS2 version.
Yeah.
Which PS2 had to run it at 30, but for some reason they can't update it.
Yeah, it's just
Nintendo just put it out like digitally, like the GameCube version. Save us.
And this is like
they're charging so much. Like they're doing like these premium, like deluxe editions with all because they know Symphonia is being done dirty because it's like one of the
huge.
I think it's huge because I think
what put it on the map. For
exactly.
me.
I think a lot of people like heard Saw Tales funny, like, oh, let me try this out. And for a lot of people, that was the start of their, you know, and it's like one of the most popular ones. And they just don't give it, I don't know why they won't give it the budget to just like go back and redo it if they don't have the code. Like, fine, and make it from the ground up again. And like the new end.
Work. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Like you made like Vesperia, all those versions or whatever.
I mean,
60 frames.
It's like yeah, they have Vesperia, but like I feel like Abyss and this are the two that like need some kind of like grand treatment to bring them into like they did do like re-release 3DS version, which was like serviceable, but again they haven't brought 3DS. It forward. And
does this
really
include
nice.
The sequel?
No, it doesn't include whatever it was called.
Dawn of a New World, is that what it's called?
I think it was called that or something like that.
Which I heard was not good also.
It's not that good, no. Oof. Yeah.
Do they like realize these things can't run well like so far into the thing that it's like diminishing returns? They're like, let's put it out anyway. Because some of these remasters that are like so bad, like the San Andreas or whatever, where it's just like doesn't work right. It's like, why did you put this out still?
I don't know what's going on there. I think with this, they're just like, well, this is the definitive version, and you know, who cares?
Yeah.
But it is weird when the GameCube ran at 60.
Yeah.
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 You could emulate a GameCube in modern consoles pretty easily. Like, just do that.
Yeah, but I guess they don't have that code or whatever.
Yeah, they don't have the license for it.
Another casualty of the lost source code.
Oh my God! Yeah.
How many games have had that happen? Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it just feels bad. You're selling me like not a great version of the game. That's the definitive version. It's like no,
no,
I'm good.
Also on the 17th, Wild Hearts, which both of you said you
Yeah, dude. New monster hunting kind of game, dude. Cross-platform play with everybody right off the bat. Good stuff.
Heck yeah. I think I put this as my sizzle.
Yeah, dude.
Heck
Sizzle.
Just, that big thing. Just being able to play with everybody and being like, I feel like this could put I think it's going to be good in its own right. But it's also going to put like so much pressure on Capcom to like up their game. So no matter how this turns out, man, like, Capcom has to come back like swinging, to defend that like Monster Hunter territory. But like the monster designs in this and the abilities they give you, just they did their homework. They looked at what is Monster Hunter, what is it missing, like what might make this more interesting, and then I think they saw how like elaborate they've gotten with the monster designs and interactions. Like, we need to do something that even stands out from that. And I think so far they've pulled it off.
Yeah, and you get like one thing that stands out in this game is you can like build those structures to like fight with you.
The tools and stuff.
Yeah, it's really
so cool.
And it works well in combat. So
it's like, what was the mode in the Rise? The defense thing, whatever.
Oh, Rampage.
Yeah, Rampage.
It's like they looked at Rampage like people didn't like Rampage, but like, what if we had some of those tools from Rampage? You could use at any point instead of being confined to an arena.
I definitely feel like the tools are kind of like leapfrogging off of all the wire stuff. And
definitely.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it's the best of both worlds with like, you can build a turret and do a defense like post, but it doesn't slow you down. It like launches you in the air and does fast stuff, which it just seems really cool.
Yeah.
I hope this is good.
Yeah. It seemed a little easier to get into than also Monster Hunter. I think Monster Hunter can be pretty daunting if you've never played one.
It's complicated.
It's very complicated and like throws you in there. This seemed a little easier to get into. I don't know if it'll have the depth of Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's okay if it doesn't.
Yeah. Like, especially going how deep you have to like grind out materials to keep like improving your gear.
Sure,
I don't know how heavy they're going to really lean on that, if that's even really necessary.
Yeah, I just think about like how mechanical some weapons in Monster Hunter can be.
Oh yeah, that's very true as well. Also, didn't you have concerns about like the performance?
Yeah, it did not run good when I played it, but that was a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah. But I saw some people, that had done that same preview build, like they put a lot more time into it than you did. They just like, kept playing.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. Yeah, it's a good game. I played it and I was like, this is great.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have shown, a good core game can make people overlook very big technical shortcomings.
You put cute Pokemon in.
Yeah, they enjoy it a lot. So, hey, this doesn't look as bad as Scarlet.
No. I think this will run much better.
Oh, yeah.
and it has EA budget behind it.
Yeah, that's crazy to me still. That like, this is a team.
It's like
up with
they haven't
EA.
I don't know, EA working with like any Japanese teams really that I can think of off the top of my head.
I mean, they have in the past.
Yeah.
Shadows of the Damned.
Shadows of the Damned, Blood. That's right. It's been a while then. Okay, yeah, cool. Koei Tecmo doing this right?
Yeah.
Man, they are just pumping out games. Sony can buy them?
Sony buying Koei Tecmo?
Oh no. There's so many
guess it
deals
could
in
happen,
place.
but they do partnerships with so many different companies.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think they're just feasting right now.
They are,
enjoying-
dude.
Yeah.
Koei Tecmo is feasting hard right now.
All that fun's going to the definitive Ninja Gaiden remake.
Oh, I
Bringing
would
it
love a
back.
new Ninja Gaiden game.
New Ninja Gaiden
Just be good.
teaming up with FromSoft.
FromSoft? Wow.
No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Just having to do the combat, I guess, not the technical
Nah.
aspect.
Yeah, just do your own thing.
Do your
Koei
own thing.
Tecmo, we trust you.
Yep.
Next up, Atomic Heart. I don't know if
Yes,
you checked
I know
out.
this game. Yes, this
Yeah.
is. It's like Russian BioShock meets Doom.
Right.
That's what it looks like
That's
to me.
great. That's great. Good way to
I think
get
you're
going.
like a KGB agent in this game, I believe. It's like alternate history,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah, I don't know all the lore background on it, but definitely like just a lot of crazy weapons.
Yes,
very
and
high
it-
octane.
insane.
It looks very promising to me, Blood. I'm very curious about this game.
Some
I
of
will
the-
play it.
Some of the gameplay clips just visually
Yeah.
got a lot of attention a couple months ago.
Yeah, definitely.
I do know that unfortunately all the issues going on with Russia right now
Mm-hmm.
are making people concerned, because the developers are in Russia.
Yeah,
and it's,
I think-
having to like
I don't know if they're
make
actually
their
in
game,
Russia right now.
but-
I think
Oh,
they
yeah.
might actually be out of Russia right now. That's why this is coming out.
Got it.
But
Yeah, I don't
they
know all
are
the
a Russian
details.
team, I believe, though.
Chat says they mostly moved to Cyprus.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
probably why it's coming out. Also, a day one Game Pass game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're
yeah,
curious
Xbox
about
is
it,
putting
yeah,
their
Incredible
muscle
value.
behind it.
yeah,
So that's nice. Xbox is doing a lot to support.
yeah. They have some cool
indie
ones
games
coming
and
up
stuff.
this year. I'm really excited about.
Yeah. Brad.
Yes,
Like a Dragon Ishin.
yeah. I'm looking forward to this, Bloodworth. I like these Yakuza. They're like a dragon now, officially in the West now.
It's still hard to get used to.
Yeah, especially when it was Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. Now it's just Like a Dragon. It's always been Like a Dragon in Japan.
Yeah.
But hey,
It's like as they suddenly like started telling us like, oh yeah, it's just Biohazard now. Like,
Yeah.
What? Excuse me?
yeah, yeah,
Resident
exactly.
Evil is way cooler, man.
I like these type of games, and it's in that setting. I don't know exactly what setting it is, but like being Kiryu with a samurai sword and like cutting dudes up and shooting them with like a cool revolver. It's like, hell yeah, I want to play this stuff. These games are always just nice, good fun for me. Always. It doesn't have the highest stakes for me, but I have a hell of a good time when I go through them every time. And I'm looking forward to it. I know Huber is too.
A big part is usually just, exploring Kamurocho. and
Oh
all
my god,
that,
the setting,
so-
yeah. Going to explore in this time period. Like, what shenanigans is Kiryu going to get up to in this time period? Am I even chopping bamboo? I hope so. Hope all that good stuff's here.
Yeah. Good primer with a lot more on the way.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 2 other games coming in sometime in the future. The Gaiden one, then 8. Just like, okay, keep them pumping.
February 22nd, we're finally getting that PlayStation VR 2.
Yes. Yep.
So very promising looking.
Yes.
The price definitely took a lot of people back.
Definitely. Yeah. It's 5. Was it 550 or
I
was
want
it
to say it's
500?
550.
Okay, yeah.
I want to say 550 is the right price, but that comes with the controllers.
I think from a technical standpoint, it's very impressive.
Correct.
And the price
$549.99.
makes sense, I guess, but it is still very steep, especially when it's more expensive the controller than the console.
Yeah.
Is that the bundle though with everything? The $549 version?
No, I think it's 600
just the base.
with the game.
Okay, with
Yeah.
the game. But yeah, Blood, I'm super curious about it. As someone who actually played quite a bit of PSVR, the original one, I'm looking forward to this, especially with like not using a damn Move controller.
Right.
It's like, yeah, like I'm definitely, and I think it's smart to have some of their big IPs as like standalone games, like obviously Horizon, and it's games like RE8 right out the gate with
Yeah.
it. GT7
They just
has it.
announced that, yeah.
That's
That's
like
coming
I
free
cannot
update.
wait to play GT7 in VR. I'm so curious, and obviously I think
I'm curious how that's going to be actually because the PlayStation VR integration in GT Sport was very limited.
Was it very limited? Okay.
It's just like a couple of tracks that you could.
I hope it's better.
Yeah.
Now, I hope you can play like the whole game with that and everything. But and obviously the feature potential with like Team Asobi. I assume they're doing a VR game for them.
Yeah,
and
I wish we had
that's the
heard
selling
about
thing.
The Astrobot game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want
Like
that.
that's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the base unit is the $549. There's a $599 version that comes with
Horizon?
Call of the Mountain. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's a separate controller charging station for $50.
Okay. Yeah, I'm super excited to try it out, Blood. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Some of the other games that are coming out, there's No Man's Sky is coming out. There's Moss Book 1
and 2, yeah.
Are going to come out basically day and date. After the Fall, which is a 4-player FPS from the makers of Arizona Sunshine.
Okay.
Tentacular, which is, I don't know if you remember.
The tentacle game, right?
Yeah, you're like just big
that sounds
kaiju squid monster throwing stuff around, but also helping people out.
Yeah.
Like
sounds fun.
little city building thing. And then the Dark Pictures Switchback
Oh,
VR.
right. Yes.
Yo.
I forgot Dark Pictures is doing it.
I really hope that because I wanted to play, what is it called?
Festival
of Blood?
Or is it
that
Rush
made
of
me
Blood?
so motion sick.
It's Rush of
like,
Blood.
Yeah, PSVR made me motion sick like instantly, and none of the other ones did really, besides Oculus Rift 1. But yeah, oh man, that one was the worst. But I really love Dark Pictures.
And no date yet, Blood, but we know Resident Evil 4 Remake's going to use this.
Oh, right.
So there you go.
That'll be good. Also on the 22nd, Digimon World Next Order.
Yo.
I don't know anything
I
about
don't know
this.
anything about
I'm
Digimon
sorry.
either. I did.
I'm sorry, Digimon fans.
An email soundbite. The digital world has run rampant with Machine Dramon and is now in a state of utter chaos. As a Digidestined, players must restore order to the world and recruit as many faithful Digimon companions as possible to rebuild the digital world.
What are they called? What?
Digidestined?
Digidestined. All right.
Also, I believe you'll find it's Machine Dramon, probably.
Dramon.
Also, it's pronounced Digital World.
Did I say something other than Machine Dramon?
The emphasis was strange.
Okay.
Machine Dramon.
So, brand new game or re-release?
I think it's a brand new game, yeah.
Wasn't there a Digimon
Cyber
like
Sleuth?
last July?
Yeah. I don't know
There
when it
is
was,
a-
but there's a Cyber Sleuth and a Cyber Sleuth 2, I think. I just bought the box set for Sophia.
Right, but there's that weird Digimon game that was last year, but I don't
The
remember.
visual novel.
It's a port, I think.
Yeah, it was more of a visual novel.
port.
I don't think
Chad
it's
is saying it's a port.
Okay.
This is not my wheelhouse. I'm sorry.
This is a
Digimon
port.
Survive is what you're talking about?
Survive, yeah.
I didn't know if these had like a faster, development cycle than.
But yeah, I think this is just a different.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
These are coming out-
This is more of a mainline game, right?
These are
Gotcha.
coming out faster than Yakuza games.
Survive is
say.
new. Yeah. Survive is new. This is a port?
Really
Whatever.
striking the iron off these.
I don't think this is a port. Let me go back and look it up.
I'll
I don't
look.
know.
You keep
this
going.
does kind of do a good job of like making me think like psychologically. Like Digimon's like a huge thing. Like,
Dude, it must be.
like it must be.
I can name
Like-
one Digimon. That's it.
I can't even name
Agumon,
one, and it
that's
and
it.
it convinces me like, yeah, this thing's still going, man.
Still growing, man.
Yeah, they keep cranking these out. They're selling, man.
It was released for Vita in March 17th, 2016.
Oh, wow.
Vita game.
Vita game
Vita means
coming to
life.
Switch and PC.
Yep. Some sort of life. Vita. I like the Vita, man.
Digimon is sick, dude. I like Digimon.
Digimon.
Isla,
Digimon Monsters?
what do you know
Hello?
about
man.
Blood Bowl 3?
Nothing?
Nothing?
Is it a football thing?
Not exactly. It's in the Warhammer universe.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the orcs and stuff.
It's sort of sports, but sort of strategy.
Huh.
But yeah, Blood Bowl still kicking around.
That's every Warhammer game. Still kicking around.
Still kicking
Still
around.
going.
Yeah, they're just still
Still
making
going.
them.
No problems.
And I love them.
Yeah, Warhammer's cool.
What I love about Warhammer is like you only need to play like 1 out of 40 of them and you still can
Interesting.
love it.
Do you two are you still like riding high on Dark
Tide? I like it.
Dark Tide.
I
just
had
haven't
to
had-
stop playing because I was out of town.
I'm very curious because like people I know who like streamers I watch who played Vermintide 2 and Vermintide are like bailed on Dark Tide.
Oh, really?
They don't like it. It's
Huh.
like interesting.
I didn't play that much Vermintide, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I was just having a good
They
time
think
with
like
it.
the changes were not for the better. So I'm just. Curious.
I have put a lot of time into Vermintide and Vermintide 2, and I mean partially because my PC is right over there instead of at my house. So I only play on Sophia's computer. But like, yeah, I got way more voraciously into Vermintide 2 than Darktide, but I really like Darktide.
Yeah.
Also, the music is very good.
I don't know enough to know what that they meant by those criticisms. I don't know.
The progression's a little different so far. Like, it seems like, because in Vermintide you'd level up pretty quickly. In this, you don't as much.
Okay.
But maybe that, I don't know.
All right.
You don't get the loot box dopamine.
You don't get the loot box dopamine. You don't get Renault's gift. Yeah.
Also out on the 23rd is Company of Heroes 3.
Right, yeah.
About those strategy games.
Still going strong.
It's been a while, though.
PC market, yeah.
'Cause I remember I did, like, a music preview for Company Heroes 2. Like,
Whoa.
on Backtrack back at Game Trailers.
Wow.
So 3's been a long time coming.
Cool.
Dang.
That's cool. Never played it.
Yeah.
I think Huber's played some of them before. I think he said they were cool. Or maybe I'm thinking of Commandos.
I think he likes
He's definitely played
these.
Commandos.
Yeah.
What's that?
I remember him or Jones liking these, but I can't remember.
But, yeah, they're definitely well regarded. Just a genre that I'm not that into.
Yep.
Also, another thing I have not kept up with at all, Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key on February 24th.
Those keep selling. They keep making those like one a year. I feel like I hear
dude.
that.
Wow.
I tell you, I was like, oh yeah.
Well, what's hard with those is, like, they have so many different little branches and spin-offs and things, and like I'm always questioning. It's like, okay, is this a deluxe edition or is this a new game? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
This is my sizzle.
Yeah.
This is it.
No, I've never heard of that. I don't know what this is.
Huber played, I know, back on the day of PS2 one.
Yeah, I played
And he was
PS2
excited for
back
it,
in
and
the
he
day.
did not like it, so it always kind of like deterred me from playing
I
them.
had an epic meme video.
I have
back at GT.
Yeah, I have a few I own, but I don't think I've ever booted it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's just a series I've never have gotten into. Not saying they're bad or anything, just haven't played them.
Yep.
Looks fan servicey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they've leaned
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
But
Fan service
I don't
sells.
think
Look at
too
Fire Emblem.
much,
It
though.
doesn't seem egregious. I mean, these costumes are actually kind of cool. Whatever.
One that I did not know about until today. Let's roll that footage.
Roll it.
Clive and Wrench. Have you heard of this?
Clive and Wrench. That
I don't think so.
somewhat familiar.
Okay.
I thought of Sam and Max. Oh,
it's
I
from
actually
the-
have seen this,
You
Blood.
have seen this, yeah.
Yes.
So this is like a 3D platformer, kind of a Banjo-Kazooie
Yeah.
inspired
Yeah.
kind of thing. Definitely looks a little bit on the lower
Little
budget,
budget side.
but it's got like hub worlds that go off
Yeah.
into other environments and places to explore. And you know, I don't know how funny it actually will be,
Wait,
but
was
it
that
looks
Lara
like it's
Croft?
trying to do some humor. Yeah, I saw this
Yeah.
Lara Croft shot of it.
Yeah.
I don't,
that
that's,
one stage looked like a Spyro stage.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's official, but hey. Yeah, I think that even if it's like not the greatest game in the world, if they can get the controls
Blood,
down
if
right,
it's a 7, we're doing good.
Yeah.
We're doing great.
Supposed to be water.
We're doing just fine.
Well, yeah,
Like, I'm curious about it, Blood.
This looks like a good
I'd play
time
it.
at Easy Living, you know?
right.
this looks better than that.
Hopefully not
last
Trash Babies.
3D like sequel, like unknown series or whatever. I played a little bit of it.
Huh?
I can't remember the title of it. We talked about it, like on Frame Trap or something. For
Okay.
A second.
You're not talking about ukulele, right?
No, this was like. Oh god, I can't even remember anymore. It was like really bad though.
Ty?
Oh, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Was it that?
Yeah.
Or some some kangaroo.
Was it
Cow-
Kangaroo? Yeah,
Cow the kangaroo.
Cow-
Cow the
Cow the
kangaroo.
kangaroo. That's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
KO. That one.
KO.
Jeez, that was not with a random DLC. That oh god.
Good job, Chad. Thank you.
I liked A Hat in Time, so I'm hoping it's like up to that level.
Yeah,
I'm hoping. And that was a long time ago.
it was a good while ago.
Yeah.
Kerbal Space Program 2
Oh,
Jeez.
hitting that early access.
seems like an Isla game.
Dude, well, yeah, I mean, Kerbal is hard. It's difficult, but they're very good. Kerbal 1 was really good. This game has been delayed, like, for a long time. I think it
It
was...
has weird, crazy
Let it
developer
cook.
handoffs
yeah,
too, right?
yeah, it was supposed to
Oh.
have come out in, like, 21 or 22, and got... Because I had it on my fantasy critic team, and I put it on there again, maybe. Never mind, forget I said that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's simulating rockets and things go wrong.
I like the little mascot guys, whatever they are.
that day as well, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe.
The Wii game, right?
Wii U.
Was
right?
that a good
Wii U,
game?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I don't remember a lot about it.
Like
Kirby games kind of
with
can blend together.
Yes, I was
sometimes.
gonna say that. In most Kirby games, I haven't played Forgotten Land yet, but I did buy it. They've just been like whatever to me.
Sure.
So I'm hoping. My expectations are never high for Kirby, I guess.
I was really pleasantly surprised by Forgotten Land.
That's what I've heard.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like I've never been into Kirby games,
Yeah,
and then I've
yeah.
tried a bunch, and then Forgotten Land.
But
just
this is
wrote me in.
an old Kirby game.
So this is not Forgotten Land. So I'm like, I don't think I'll be into this.
This is not new era Kirby.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But anyway, to make these games easier to play.
Wait, is this a Wii U game? You said,
it was a Wii U game,
dude.
Whenever they put Deluxe, you can know it's a Wii U game.
Blood, I'm
originally.
still pissed because we're getting this Kirby game, but not getting Zelda games that were on Wii U.
right.
Absolutely ridiculous.
What an amazing pause.
I'm
Octopath
upset,
Traveler
dude.
2.
I was gonna swear a lot, but I stopped.
Octopath Traveler 2. That's
Oh
looking
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I played a lot of the first one. I didn't really get into the story super much though from it, but it's been a long time and it looks very nice. So I will definitely try it out.
Octopath Traveler has an amazing soundtrack. Like I only played a little bit of that game, but discovered its soundtrack through like a playlist like algorithm, and just started to go down that rabbit hole. And I was like, this is pretty good music. So I hope the sequel has
Good
just
music.
as good
Looked really
music
good too.
Yeah.
You gotta turn down the Vaseline on the lens filter though.
Yeah, the distance.
Little bit?
Yeah,
Sure.
the distance.
Fair enough.
Focal
Set it to
blurring.
medium or something.
It's funny, Blood, because Octopath Traveler was on Switch, then PC, then Xbox.
Right.
Not on PlayStation.
Oh, weird.
This one is on PlayStation,
Okay.
but not on Xbox. Good old Square Enix, just nonsense.
Are they
Yeah.
doing PlayStation Day and Date?
I think so. Yeah,
Crazy.
I think so.
Also, apparently the Octopath soundtrack will be in the new Theater Rhythm game,
Oh, that's cool.
Sick.
according to chat. Thank you, Screaming Argonaut.
Hey, ask them if Dragon Quest's in that Theater Rhythm.
Could be
Report
a
back.
premium.
You just did, baby.
Report back.
February 28th, rounding out the month, Destiny 2 Lightfall.
Yeah,
coming
probably
out.
pretty good. I played through Forsaken, the campaign. It was fun. Like, I had a good time, so...
It
I mean,
looks
if you're-
kind of crazy.
Yeah, the
If you-
visuals.
yeah,
look
the
it
setting
looks like
cool.
a different game.
Yeah,
Almost.
when
Like-
I saw trailers, I was like, what?
I'll play it because Hubert will probably play it, so I'll just play with him. So yeah, I'm down. And like I've been out Destiny forever. Like I would play Destiny for like a couple weeks probably when this comes out, but
Right.
seems fun. I'm
Yeah,
down.
I've never properly gotten into it. It's like a touch base.
It's insane,
now
bud.
and then, but yeah.
It's yeah.
Don't
you
doubt
don't need
Destiny.
to. It's all right.
I was very very into Destiny and Destiny 2, and then like now it feels like trying to jump back in. It's just like, what is going on? It's so confusing.
Very confusing. Hopping
Yeah,
back
I'm
in.
like the map looks completely different. And I'm just like,
I'm-
how do you play?
Yeah, I'm like, what's in the game? Oh, this is out of the game now. What's
Yeah.
the content's gone? Okay.
right.
And it like launched me into a weird tutorial mission, even though I'm like, I've beaten this game.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? It was so weird. Yeah, my friend refers to it as doing their chores,
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Oof.
but in like a loving way.
Right. Yeah, that's what's so hard with those
Dailies.
live service games.
Keep
Like,
you playing.
You want
That's
to
the
keep
whole
people
point.
around, but
Yep.
then it's like, well, if I'm not around, then
Then what?
what? When do I get in? Scars Above, which I might go with the sizzle on this one. Just to I think this could be surprisingly good. We'll see
Okay.
see where it goes. This is
Oh, this is like the game we thought that was Returnal.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it looks cool. She's exploring something that's like orbiting the Earth or whatever. But there's obviously like a lot of other like crazy like psychological stuff going on similar to Returnal. But like a lot of the aesthetics look
it is.
very Returnal.
Yeah. Yeah, if it has more like I guess an exploration focus Blood,
Yeah.
and less of a combat focus.
There's like some
There's
Metroid
puzzles. It
Prime
looks like.
scanning looking things
Yeah, it
going
could be
on
cool.
in there.
It's
Could
a
be really
Returnal
fun.
for the people like me who really, really loved Returnal, but were so bad at
too
it.
hard.
I was so bad at Returnal, my God.
There was some like abominable snowman with like a big butt in there for a second.
Yeah.
With a big what?
With
Big
a big
butt?
butt.
Oh.
February 28th. Yeah, looks cool, Blood. I'm curious about it.
You know, and you know, like I said, I'm going out on a limb. Like Prime Matter stuff has not been that great so far. weird little publisher.
Yeah.
Kind of picking up things here and there. But it's
I-
interesting.
I like that the title sounds like something that someone's like grandmother would say instead of swearing, you know? Like, scars above.
That's true. Yeah, that's good.
Nice. We've got more games to come, but if you've been enjoying this show so far, please take a second to like and subscribe on YouTube and ring that bell. It helps us and it helps you stay connected. And now, a word from our sponsors.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you're at your best, you can do really good things, but sometimes you can get bogged down, burned out. You might feel overwhelmed. You feel like you're not showing up the way that you want to. I know recently I've been feeling that kind of like New Year's feeling where you're like, what is my life? Like, is this, like I'm going into another year of this? Like, is this what I want to be doing? Should I shake things up? Should I go do this or that or the other thing? And like talking to my therapist really helped me kind of sort that out. And she was like, that's a totally normal feeling, you know, and like having someone to talk to about these feelings, you know, not like I was really thinking about moving to Spain or whatever, but like, you know, or when am I not, I guess. But like, yeah, having someone that you could talk to about these feelings can make you feel like those feelings are not abnormal and that it's totally fine to feel that way sometimes. And it can get you to a closer version of you, like the best version of you, I think, and make you feel empowered and prepared to take on the new year and everything life has to throw at you. Yeah, I currently have a therapist in LA, but I have used BetterHelp in the past, and so I think it's a great way to have a therapist, especially online, if you can't get to one. Yeah, I think if you're thinking about giving therapy a try, which I definitely think you should, I think everyone should have a therapist. BetterHelp is an amazing option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire. You get matched with a therapist, licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge, which is really important. I know so many people who pick a therapist, try it, and think that because that didn't go right, therapy at large is not for them. No, just that person wasn't the fit for you, and BetterHelp makes it really easy to change around. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/allies today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/allies. Please try it out. Take care of yourself. This podcast is also sponsored by Chime. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Is it check your credit score? I didn't think so. At Chime, that's exactly what they do. With their secured Chime Credit Builder Visa card, you can start to build credit with your own money. Chime reports your payments to credit bureaus to help you build credit over time. Their members see an increase of 30 points on average. All of this with no annual fees, large security deposits, or credit checks to apply. So start your credit journey with Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/allies. That's chime.com/allies. CHIME.com/allies. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank N.A., pursuant to a license from Visa USA. Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply for the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card. Regular online on-time payment history can have a positive impact on your credit score. Impact to score may vary, and some users' scores may not improve. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply except at MoneyPass ATMs in a 7-Eleven or any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM. Chime.com/allies.
And if you are a patron of Easy Allies, thank you. All right, time for March. Kicking it off with a port. Last of Us Part 1's coming to PC.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, Sony's been doing those.
Yeah.
Like every 2-3 months.
This one's is faster than a lot of their other games coming out.
Yeah.
Less than a year.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Platform that's never had The Last of Us, and it's a good version, very good version of that game. I would say the best version of that game.
That'll probably be coming out right as that show's wrapping up.
Yeah.
Huh?
So
March
smart
3rd?
synergy right there.
They're,
Smart
they know what they're
synergy.
doing there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They know what they're doing. Big time. Yeah. Cool.
That same day, brand new game though, Wolong Fallen
Yeah.
Dynasty.
Oh yeah.
Wolong Fallen Dynasty.
I've been pretty
There we go.
blackout on this game,
This
Blood.
looks so good.
I did not play the demo or anything like
Yeah.
that. This is a game I was like, I don't need to play anything about it. I'll just play when it comes out.
Yeah.
And hell yeah, I'm down. Playing
Wait,
it
there
day
was
one.
a demo?
Yeah.
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 Never played it a while back.
Yeah.
It's kind of for people that are not familiar with it. It's basically Souls-like, Sekiro-like.
Yep.
But in
got a-
the
It's
Three
Neo.
Kingdoms.
It's got a Bloodborne producer on it.
The combat producer specifically, if I recall.
So yeah, I'm expecting good things from it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yep.
That was the thing from
Yep.
the last trailer.
Yep,
that
yep,
it's
yep,
like,
yep,
oh, this is really, really solid looking.
Mm-hmm.
So, good art style. Just really feels like it's just fleshed out.
Yeah.
March 9th, Damiani, Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. What can you tell me about this?
Oh,
Tell me
yeah.
about it.
A game that was for Wii that didn't come out in the West. I did a import preview of Game Trailers for it. I still infamously remember the last line of that preview: "Check back for our full review."
I had one or two of those as well. It was always
And there's
so
still
good,
comments
dude.
on that video back in the day, like, "So, GT, where's that review? Did you know about it? Where is it?"
Hey, wait, now you can finally close the circle.
Yeah, we need to do that. But much like bringing forward 5 from Wii U to Switch as well, just keeping this series alive. This is the only one I really played actually. I had a good time with it. So I mean, again, that was over 10 years ago, so I don't know how well it really hasn't touched it since. But yeah, anytime we get a game that was previously unavailable in a region to come out like this is just,
Very nice.
it's a good victory. And I believe it's multi-platform. It's not just on Switch
Right,
this time.
yeah,
So
yeah, it
that's
is on
coming.
other things.
Yeah, so that's making it more accessible to everybody like that. Just a really good win for that.
We have to remember, if we do a review for this, to start with a black and white, echoey, reverby, flashback to stay tuned for the review.
Yeah, I don't know if we can find that preview though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
We'll
a
see.
preview.
It's a rough one.
We'll see, yeah. We'll
People
Yeah.
saved some of those
Oh,
reviews, but
Some
not
of
a lot
them,
of the
yeah,
previews.
some of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't played a lot of Fatal Frame.
Same.
I have played a little of Fatal Frame 2, and I like that.
Is that a PS2 game or is that?
Yeah, I want to say it's either PS2 or PS1. I think PS2. What do you know, Isla? What Fatal Frame 2 was on?
Hang on, I
I
was
thought the
taking
series
milk.
started on PS2. I might be wrong.
I do believe it was PS2. Yeah, it started on PS2.
I
Got
do
it.
believe.
But yeah, I feel like from after 2, it didn't have as much hype behind it.
Yeah.
Like,
Seemed like much
but
more
I don't know
underground.
how much of that was because it's it's on the Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with Maiden of Blackwater or whatever it was called, people just thought it got kind of repetitive,
Yeah.
I guess. But I love Fatal Frame. I played them back in the day. I remember we rented one of them and had a blast. It was really scary. I love it.
One that we've been a bit skeptical on, a little indie-ish game, Oni, A Road to be the Mightiest Oni.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this would be Huber's Fizzle. I'm
Yeah.
just saying for him. He was not into this.
Yeah. This
Yeah, it was
is,
like
we
that.
saw in one of those Switch presentations, this cute little
Yeah, I like the
gray
Oni
goblin
you
guy.
are.
Yeah. And then there's the kind of Breath of the Wild style grass. But then, yeah, there are times where it just it felt like,
And a Pokemon Scarlet style frame rate.
yeah.
It runs
felt like
better
the
than
frame
that.
rate
Come
didn't
on.
quite get there.
Yeah.
And then just not really sure, combat wise and stuff, because you've got this real short club.
It all looks very simple, Bloodworth.
Yeah.
Very simple and straightforward. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but haven't seen anything yet, I guess, from now I gotta play this kind of thing.
Also, a weird name that's going to be hard
Yes,
to
it's a weird
search and
name.
get out there.
Yeah.
Oni something.
Oni and double
Road to
Oni.
the Mightiest Oni. Yeah. Oni twice, yeah.
When we've already had a game called Oni
Yeah.
as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's rough. Putting
Yeah, I
Chronicles
hope it's
in the
cool.
Title.
Yeah, it could be perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. We've only really seen that one trailer that I know of. Mm-hmm. So, March 9th, Don's favorite game, Skull and Bones. If it doesn't get delayed again.
Yes.
This was gonna be my fizzle, but too easy.
Yeah.
It was,
Low-hanging fizzle.
Yeah. Didn't want to disrespect Dawn with that pick, so.
I will keep disrespecting Don all day with this
Okay.
pick. He should know better. Actually, I don't know. Don's a psychopath, so I don't really know.
What?
I'm not sure.
The diagnosis was inconclusive.
Supposedly, this game is legally obligated to
come out, yeah.
before the end of the quarter. So if it gets delayed, maybe not more than a couple of weeks, but who knows?
Always a good sign. Always a good sign. But it's just a game where I feel like no one knows what this game is or what they want it to be, kind of thing. It just
Including
seems like,
Ubisoft.
Including, that's what I'm saying. It just seems like a bunch of weird ideas or like, hope it works kind of thing.
Yeah. Almost like they're just want it out and let's move. They want to move on from it.
Yeah, just move
Be done
on.
with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I feel like in the time since this was first revealed, there have been so many other pirate games and ship games.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves has been killing it.
Yeah.
They didn't have the best
Yeah.
launch, though.
But it's
So-
like, yeah. I mean, but you get to be a pirate in that game, you know? And like walk around,
Yeah.
dig up treasure or whatever, instead of just like having it like simmed out. You're just on your boat the whole time. Like we've done it over 100. I've talked about this 100 times, but you could have just made a cool pirate game.
Yeah.
It would have been way better than this.
Yeah. If you're gonna like go for like this heavy ship-based combat route,
Yeah, it's
I feel
like-
like it's not like what we've seen doesn't feel like it's in depth as like not nearly
Well,
enough in
like-
depth. It's like yeah,
When they announced it, I remember we were all just like, oh yeah, cool, good idea. Like, just take the combat system from Black Flag and make a $14, like,
Yeah.
fun little Xbox arcade, like, combat game out of it. And now it's been like 1,200 years.
And it's $70.
And it's
And it's $70.
like what?
We were like, yeah, sure, $4.99. Just copy paste the battle system.
Well, and what's crazy, too, is because they're doing this whole, PvP, like,
PvP,
focus.
PvE stuff, yeah.
Like, it feels almost like this should, and all the cosmetics and everything. Like,
Should be free to play?
It should be a free-to-play game,
Yeah,
probably.
definitely. Definitely.
Oh, it will be.
It will be. They're trying to get as many suckers as they can right out the gate, though, Blood.
Oh, boy. March 14th, a series that I know our fans love, but I don't know a thing about. The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure.
Oh, my
Oh,
God,
new
dude.
one, yeah. Oh,
The
is it
ghost-
new?
Not new.
Yeah, I was
I don't
like,
think it's new.
sorry, new to us. But when did it come out
dude,
for everyone else?
The ghost of Trails just always haunting me, dude.
ghost
of
Someone always
Trails.
being like, play Trails
Good
behind me.
God.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, yeah, how many hours did it take to play with all that? Because, yeah, we got 0 this past September after, 10 years of it not coming out here? So I can't
Yeah.
keep up with this stuff.
I mean, everyone just says they're really good. They're great, but there's a lot of them.
shout outs to them localizing all
Sure,
these.
yeah,
how much
shout out to
work it
localizing
is.
them. Yeah, and
Holy
it's
crap.
like, I'm glad they're coming out, and I'm glad people are enjoying them.
Are these the ones that stand alone a little bit, or are these the ones that you have to have played
these are
every
ones that,
single
like,
one of
a
them?
Through line, yeah.
You need
Right.
to play all of them.
You
apparently.
had to have been playing for 30 years to get it.
And it's like, I respect that, though, from a game. It's
Yeah.
just like,
For sure.
I love that, but it's just like, I'm just not in the mood to do that at
Now,
this time.
obviously, when they pitch them,
Yeah.
they say it's like, oh, we got all this stuff in there for you to catch up.
Yeah.
But when the people that play them talk about it, it's like,
There
no.
is one down the line that looks pretty intriguing, actually, like the battle system. But it's like I think it's like 2024 beyond at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't even. Again, there's so many I can't remember the name, but like had like a different battle system than any of the previous ones.
Speaking of these guys, and well, it's not exactly the same people, but there's Ease
Ease?
Yeah.
10.
announced.
Yeah.
We probably won't get
Ease
that till
down.
like 2025.
Yeah.
I was actually,
man.
I was just gonna say, like, shout out to the Nihon Falcom guys, because like
Yeah, hell yeah.
I've met them a few times and like done interviews with Ben back in the day, and they were all so chill.
Oh,
They're
I
all
bet,
really,
dude.
yeah, they're
If you're
so
working at
nice.
a company, you are 100% are chill.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to be.
It was
Also,
great.
speaking of ship-based games, looks like that's going to have a big focus in that one
Sure.
too.
There you go. Probably be better than Skull
Probably
Bones.
better.
March 17th, crazy one we did not expect to come. Bayonetta Origins Cereza and the Lost Demon.
This is my fizzle.
Yeah, what the crap is
This
this
is my
game?
fizzle. Well, okay, so this seems like a very story-focused Bayonetta game, and I will argue that the story is always the weakest aspect of Bayonetta games, pretty much, especially 3, where I did not enjoy the end of that game whatsoever. It just, like, I like the way it looks, actually, Blood. I like the art style. I think it's fun and cute, but, like, the combat, it's like, there's some combat in it, but it doesn't seem like the focus. It's like a weird spin-off game.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that necessarily, but nothing about it seems appealing to me.
It feels like one of the like DS or 3DS Crystal Chronicles games.
Yes, Blood. Yes, this would have had a DS game. This is Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings.
Yeah, I've seen it like compared to like Okami Den a little bit.
Oh my
as well.
God, dude.
Yeah.
Even just like with the visual style for it.
Yeah, the storybook.
It's just trying something different.
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, yeah, it's probably not going to be everyone's cup of tea.
No,
and,
definitely
like, especially Bayonetta fans who like want the gameplay. This is probably not
It just
for
looks
you.
aggressively average. Besides the visuals, I guess. For now, like, who knows when it comes out? Could be cool. I have no idea, but everything I've seen is not speaking to me.
Yeah, it's also like nice that they have like they're giving this after how long it took for Bayonetta 3 to come out.
Yeah.
And already like Kamiya talking about like Bayonetta 4. Like we're gonna keep making these as long as
Bayonetta
people
9.
Talking about Bayonetta 9.
He's like, as long as you keep paying us, we'll keep making these things. Like they were gonna do these. So maybe this is like the step in like them wanting to like try other ideas. Because I don't know how much like, they obviously can literally make 9 Bayonettas, but maybe there's a different like avenue to explore.
Yeah.
I don't know. This could have just been like I wonder if we'll ever get like a developer insight. This might have been like a side project some of the team members was like working on and fun.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah. Or I wonder if it was supposed to be like, because there's some hint of it in Bayonetta 3, right? People were saying that
There's like some stuff,
there's
I
like an
recognize.
Easter egg or something like that. So I'm wondering if like it was originally going to be like some side part of Bayonetta 3 that then
maybe an
they
extra
broke
Maybe.
out into
they
a
broke
full
off.
game.
Yeah, could have.
Well, I mean, you have the time rewind thing where you turn into young
Yeah,
Cereza and like you can't use your abilities and you just gotta jump. But like doesn't even look like that's what this is. It's like at least a little bit more focused than that.
It also feels weird because it's like the art style is that's almost like
Extremely disconnected from the other ones.
kids-friendly
Yes,
almost,
it
and
is.
it's like-
Then you have a demon cat running around, shredding things up.
Bayonetta's an M-rated series.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what?
I don't know.
They're going
It's
for
weird.
broader appeal.
Yeah, I guess yeah, some sort of appeal. Yes.
When you grow up, honey, you can play the real Bayonetta.
Yeah. You actually fight, shoot some stuff.
The same day, Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Yes, sizzle,
Nice.
big time. I really liked the first one. Again, the sequel, the high budget. I'm so excited for this Bloodworth.
First one's on the PlayStation Plus, too.
Dude, that game is like
gonna pick it up.
always on sale all the time. I see it for like $5 constantly. And there's current gen versions of it now too, so it's so easy to get access to that game. Play it.
I forget. I can add it. I can play it later, right?
Yeah.
Because I
Yes,
have
you
no
can.
time in January.
You
to
can play it
but-
later. Yes, I would highly recommend this game if you like Star Wars in any way.
Yeah,
in my
you got until
opinion,
March 17th.
in my opinion, the first one was one of the best Star Wars games ever. So
Sick.
just following up on that, hell yeah.
I agree. I did not play the first one. That last trailer for this made it look so badass. It's like, all right, yeah, I feel like I really need to play this.
Yeah, without spoiling anything, I'm very interested in where the story will go in this one.
What do they need to shore up, though? Because there are criticisms on that game.
And probably some of the performance right off the bat, just run a little better like that. A little better exploration, I'd say. Just flesh that out a little more. Maybe like I know some people were kind of bummed you like don't go to like a town or something like that, exploring like a spaceport,
Got it.
something like that. Like there's a reason why I guess kind of in the game why you don't, but just seeing like more large scale everything would be great. And just fleshing out
Needs
the combo
more
better.
ponchos.
More ponchos. Yeah, it looks like there's a little more outfits in that and stuff.
Yeah, for me, I bounced off it. I was really enjoying it, and I got like halfway through. The combat just wasn't exactly what I was looking for. I got to a boss fight where the difficulty seemed like inconsistently to spike. So I kind of just like was like, yeah. But it's a really cool game.
Nice.
So hopefully, I don't know. I like the combat better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one that I've missed despite wanting to play it. So I'm glad that I'll grab that PlayStation version. Sometime I'll get to play it. March 22nd. I don't know if you had this on your radar or not. Have a Nice Death.
I actually have this game.
You have
I believe
you
I
have
have
the
this
early
game.
access.
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
I have not played it yet though, but I have it.
But yeah, so this is kind of illustrated, kind of Hollow Knight-ish kind of visuals in a way.
Yep, big time.
A lot of like black and white and red all over kind of going on. It also reminds me of Death Door with like the Grim Reaper office.
Yeah. I was
aesthetic.
about to say,
Yeah.
it's not in the same universe?
Nope.
Okay.
No, yeah,
Completely
it's
different.
Two different companies with similar ideas. But this one is more of a roguelike, roguelite,
Yeah, heavy combat focus, definitely.
2D platforming. And yeah, it's interesting that you have it, but you haven't played it.
It's too many games, bud.
Yeah, so there's other colors in there too, but it's interesting because it's like all the effects are colored, but then the world is black and white.
And Blood 1 point of it, I think I haven't played yet because I was just at a point just waiting for it to come out all the way then.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it looks really cool. I want to dive into it someday. It looks great, so I hope it's good.
Yeah, I think they recently announced like the last early access update before launch.
Yeah.
So, and all those little modifiers and stuff. In that trailer.
Yeah.
March 23rd, next day, Storyteller. This is a neat looking game. It feels like it could have some Case of the Golden Idol vibes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really interested in this.
Yeah, so it's like you've got basically imagine like a comic strip. Although they show kind of like more ornate book there, but it's basically a comic strip panel. And so you've got these panels, and then you've got like a title, and then like the first title they show is Story of a Tragedy. And then you've got all of these things at the bottom to kind of like mix and match and like make the story that lines up with the title.
I just wonder like how free you will be able to make your own thing.
It sounds like you're pretty free to
Okay.
do it. It's just a matter of like finding something where the logic fits the parameters.
Right.
And so I have to imagine that the testing would be kind of crazy. 'Cause
Yeah, that's what
it's like somebody thinks of something outside of the box and is like, okay, we got to make that work.
that's what I'm curious
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like if there are 6 options, how many permutations is that? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
And then you get the 3 panels and 5 panels
Right.
and 7 panels, and some of these, prompts get a little bit crazier.
Yeah.
Like this one says cured for vampirism.
I think it's a cool idea. It could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's how they do it, because Cured for Vampirism is more specific. I wonder if the more complicated puzzles have a harder prompt. So there's only like 2 ways to make it fit or something.
I wonder
That
how
looks
long it'll
really
be
cool.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, because Golden Idol isn't actually that long. I want to say it's like 7-ish hours.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
But, it's
Yeah.
like using your noggin.
Definitely.
March 24th.
Sizzle.
Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Oh yeah. Super sizzle.
Obviously.
On fire. Yeah. Dominate's already burning up.
I already
He's
played it
sweating
4
looking at
times
him.
in my mind.
Yeah, he's like sweating, licking his lips just thinking about this game.
When is that demo happening? If this is March 24th.
I would say probably late February.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Late February or very early March. And it'll be 10 minutes
Oh, God.
in a 5-minute window.
But if you set your region, you get another 10 minutes.
God, I forgot
deletes
they
your
did
account.
that last
It
time.
deletes your account.
Yeah,
If you
it bricks your
pre-order
PlayStation.
They're
Damiani.
using those Capcom accounts, too, now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Capcom
It's
ID,
gonna be
baby.
harder
Might have
do.
to Capcom ID that thing.
Capcom on that 80. Damiani jump through hoops.
We're gonna have to
Better.
figure out. Yeah,
better prep
we're
those.
gonna find the subreddit to figure out the workarounds.
Yeah. Auto-generated ones, yeah.
Yeah, get us a bunch of those codes right now.
Yeah, how many platforms can you play this
yeah.
on, Damiani?
They'll only do remember they only did it for certain platforms and certain
Yeah,
windows.
it'll probably be
Oh,
PlayStation, I assume, for this one too.
yeah, that'll probably be the first one, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. CDJ Gamer says you have to unlock it in REverse.
No.
Okay.
Nightmare. No one will play it.
I'll
We
boot it up.
just pay up.
Or if you
Pay
play
to
the
win?
demo, you can't figure out how to download the real game.
To only
That's right.
Yeah.
Demo, it locks you up from buying real.
You can't get the
RE4.
real game. You can buy it, you just can't play it.
Unless you buy the super deluxe edition.
I mean, Capcom's been doing super well with a lot of their games. Pretty much all of them looking good. Like, this looks really great, and especially because when this game was rumored to come out, so many people were like, we don't need Resident Evil 4 Remake kind of thing. Then they showed the gameplay, and everyone's like, we need this game,
Yeah,
actually.
we
were all
really
wrong.
need it.
Everyone's like, we were wrong. This game looks very good. and I'm very excited to play it. And I can't wait for them to nerf the knife cheese.
There you go. Because you're going to be able to parry everything with a knife
It's
now.
going to break, though.
Yeah, I'm curious
Critical parries.
how often you can repair that knife.
Don't worry, we'll find the cheese.
Someone will find the cheese. No,
the cheese will be
no
found.
question.
Yeah, they can have all the creative liberties and take all the risk. I'm all for it. Just please keep intact that beginning ending credit sequence. Please. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I'm so open to just them doing whatever they want with this game from like a story and gameplay perspective. I'm really curious to see what they change because like when you think of this game, everyone like knows this game so well. Yeah. All those moments. I'm just so curious to see how they'll bring it into a modern era because like I played through 4 again last year for a while, and it's like it's still super good and super playable, but it's like kind of rough in some ways, especially like movement and all that kind of stuff. So I really am looking forward to see how they improve all of that.
Dude, I want to see how Ashley plays.
Yeah, what it'll be like with Ashley.
What are they doing? And very likely probably expanding her role.
Yeah, totally. I totally see that.
Looks very promising. And them like so far giving us like the goods.
The goods have been very good.
Giving us the goods. It's like characters we thought might be axed. We're like, nope, there they are.
Yep, there they are.
Here we go.
Have they said if they're doing separate ways or anything?
We have no idea.
I have not.
No idea. I do like Blood also because Resident Evil 4 is, of course, known for its cheese and its action. And like that is still there in this game, it seems like. But it's also more like serious, I guess, and much more dark. Like even Leon just going through like dark areas with a flashlight. I'm like, this is cool. I like this kind of stuff. Reminds me of the the beta versions we saw of Resident Evil 4, like Leon with the flashlight and all that stuff. So that gets me excited about it too.
Yeah, I just
like you're pairing a chainsaw in the game, so it's like it's still nuts.
I'm just like so excited to see so many of the enemies updated. Like they are nightmares in the original version.
Dr. Salvador looks like a maniac already.
I mean, the Novistadors or whatever, the bug fly things.
Oh my god!
I cannot wait to see those things.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to see them take away stuff from the island. That sucks.
Yeah, there's so much. I mean, there's like rooms I'm literally looking forward to.
Yeah.
Like this is like
the water room, dude.
The water room. I'm like,
oh my
dude, are you gonna
crank it?
How bad is it gonna be?
Yeah.
How bad is it gonna be? The room where you lock me in with 2 of the freaking like claw dudes. Like, no. The cage.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
no.
are we gonna get the suplex?
Oh no.
Waiting for the suplex.
Are they gonna like remove the rocket launcher from like you can't.
Oh, you can't just buy it. So you
can't just buy it anymore. It's like nope.
Or doesn't one shot everything at least?
That would be amazing. It doesn't one shot everything. It's like the first time they just want to see everyone's reaction. When you first use on the first, they'll probably be like on El Gigante 1. Yeah. It's like, all right, bud, one shot, bam, and he just like punches you. And like, no!
You gotta be kidding me.
It'd be amazing if he like catches the rocket and throws it back or something. Like program it. Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Needless to say, Blood, we're all pretty excited about it. In case anyone couldn't tell.
Yeah.
You think we'll get any more little backstory on the merchant? You think they'll flesh him out at all?
Yeah, he knows the Duke.
DLC.
Yeah, probably. Maybe time into Village, the other merchant, too, maybe a little.
Yeah.
Because they did hint at that in Village. So, maybe, yeah.
March 28th, roll this crazy trailer. Crime Boss Rock A City came out at the Game Awards.
Oh, this game, dude.
Like, name drops
my
everybody.
God.
Like, what is happening here? This is happening in the 90s underbelly of Florida. Obviously very Miami, Vice City influenced. Single player or co-op multiplayer with like 4-player heists and stuff they're talking up. But this has got like so many people in it. It's got Michael Madsen, Chuck Norris, Danny Trejo, Kim Basinger, Danny Glover, Michael Rooker, Damien Portier, and Vanilla Ice.
Of course.
And I don't know what to think. It just seems like 100%.
I don't know what to think, bro.
Craziness.
Yeah. I hope it's fun. I hope doing the jobs is fun. Because, like, doing a heist with everyone will be a good time, but it's just like, I have no idea how this game will be. I'm sniffing a 6, but I have no idea. No idea.
And it's like 505 Games is publishing.
That's funny.
Like, it's not like a huge team.
No.
I don't know how they got all these people.
I don't know, but
But
Props to him, I guess.
yeah, good on you. And then the nebulous March. System Shock.
Oh, finally. Yeah, the remake.
Yeah, that remake coming from Night Dive.
I'm excited. I never really played the first one, really, so it'd be cool
same.
to hop in.
I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's one of Night Dive's good ones.
Right.
They either have really good ones or pretty bad ones.
What have they done?
A whole bunch of remasters and
stuff,
stuff, like
yeah.
a lot.
Did they do the Blade
Like
Runner?
Shadow Man and
remaster?
stuff?
They did.
Right,
They
yeah.
did the like official Blade Runner one. Yeah, that was one of their worst efforts. But I think they did stuff like Old Blood and like lots of stuff. I can look, but
Yeah.
if we care,
But then System Shock 2 is also happening, right? It's a totally different team.
Probably.
yeah, there was like a more modern, I think.
Probably,
Yeah.
I guess.
So, anyways.
Cool. Hoping for
March.
the best. Hoping for the best.
Actually putting-
March.
Putting something on there. Also this week, PlayStation announced the new accessibility focus controller, currently named Project Leonardo. If you can get those photos up there, these things are pretty wild looking. Basically, it's like a joystick with like a ring of different buttons that you can swap in and out. Fully customizable so that people can find what works for them. The top of the joystick is actually, they've got like 3 different ones. They have ones that's like standard DualSense. They have one that's like a bit bigger, and then they have this one
Looks like an arcade
that
one
looks like an
almost.
arcade stick, pretty much. Then you can use it in conjunction with another one. You can use it in conjunction with the DualSense. You can use 2
that's cool.
with the DualSense, like all together.
Awesome.
All these different configurations. It also saves different profiles. So if you have one set up for like a driving game and a different setup for a shooter, you can have that stuff saved in there. So
That's
easy
cool.
to go back and forth. And it's also expandable through 4 3.5 millimeter auxiliary ports to support a variety of external switches and third-party accessibility accessories, which is really important. I saw this with the Xbox controller back when I saw that at E3, where it's like, okay, people already have things that are built for them. You just use a headphone jack, basically, and plug it in, and this stuff should work with just a little bit of tweaking. So, yeah, it's really cool to see PlayStation doing something. It's very different than the Xbox controller, but they've been working with a lot of different groups and people
seems cool.
to find stuff that works. So, also at CES, NVIDIA unveiled the RTX 4070 Ti,
Oh, right.
which was previously the RTX 4080 12 gigabyte. Damiani is rendered speechless.
Incredible value.
They dropped it by $100.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
By a whole $100.
$100.
Good luck finding it at that price because there's no Founders Edition for this one.
Oh, okay.
It's all AIB for this one. So expect one model, I think, is going to be at MSRP, but all the others are going to be like anywhere from like $30 to $100 more minimum.
Oh, wow.
So, yep, this is just NVIDIA being NVIDIA, thinking that they already overcharging on the 3000 series, thinking they can continue to overcharge even more on the 4000 series. And yeah, this one might sell a little bit better because like once you start getting into a price range that people can just afford, period, people will start buying stuff. But like the other dubious thing they did real quick is apparently their comparisons they released for their graphs, like it's like 20% or better than a 3090 Ti or whatever, and like it was using like that's under DLS like 3.0.
Oh, using the
Yeah, and it's like when it's just like without that, it's no. And so like they're even kind of like, cheesing. I mean, they've been known to do this, but like they're cheesing hard on these, like fudging hard on these numbers. So yeah, this is this is not good. The only thing they've released so far this generation that's been like of note is the 4090. But yeah, if you're looking to upgrade, probably still keep waiting. Hold as everyone says, keep holding.
They also unveiled the new laptop 40 series, 4050 through 4090, which they're going to start on the higher end, due to arrive February 8th, with laptops starting at $2,000.
Okay.
And then the mid and lower range options are coming later that month. And then also at CES, Jim Ryan revealed Sony has sold 30 million PS5s.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
a lot.
and it seems to indicate that supply is
Increasing.
basically caught up.
I think he said like last month was like the best ever or the most sold ever, something crazy like that. So
Yeah, the most that they had in
yeah,
stock. Yeah.
getting them out there now. So good, people can find them.
Bloomberg is reporting that Wizards of the Coast had to cancel 5 unannounced games.
Wow.
Doesn't seem to be affecting their internal teams that much, but it is a blow to some of the developers that were working on this, including Other Side Entertainment and Hidden Path Entertainment.
Ooh.
Yeah. What was that? Dark Alliance 3 that came out?
Oh, right.
Not good.
Right.
Not good at all.
Seems like Baldur's Gate is
unaffected for
by
now?
this.
Yeah.
So,
And good, because they'll probably do a very good job.
a group of 300 QA workers at ZeniMax have voted to form a union, and
Yeah.
Microsoft is recognizing it, making it
Nice.
the largest unionized QA group in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So good to see a little bit of movement on that front. 'Cause QA in particular
Yeah.
gets a raw deal
Yeah,
across the industry.
Yeah. Oh, quick, Blood. Did you see the Gran Turismo trailer for the movie?
Not the movie trailer.
Okay,
no.
I didn't either. I was curious if you did, though.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that it's out there, but I haven't got to watch it yet. Is it like a whole trailer, or is it?
I think so. I haven't seen it either.
pieces? Okay. Madden players are having a rough time. Did you hear about this?
I've heard some bad things about
Yeah,
Madden.
there's a lot of bad things. I just focused on the one bad thing today. Anyone who tried to log into franchise leagues on December 28th or 29th had their save file
heard
corrupted.
this, yeah. Yep.
Damn.
EA predicts they will only be able to fix about 40% of
Whoa.
the affected files.
Wow!
And they're basically like, yeah,
Sorry.
start a new one. Like, what?
I feel like holiday break is like peak Madden period too.
Yeah. If you didn't log in during that time, your save file's safe. It was, it was just a matter of that check-in that did it.
Yikes.
The service was down and it corrupted your save.
That's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's so
That
bad.
is insane.
There are rumblings that Redfall might come out in May.
Yes.
Looking at that.
Yeah.
see if
Very
we get
curious
anything
about
official.
that game. I like Arcane a lot, so I'm very curious to see how those come out. I'm not sold on the multiplayer of this game yet.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
But-
skeptical on this one. I really hope it's good.
Yeah. Hoping it's good.
And Gen Design, headed up by Fumito Ueda and former members of Team Eco, says that 2023 will finally be a year with lots to talk about.
Very excited about this.
There we go.
Very excited.
Interesting.
So hopefully we'll get a real look at the
Yeah.
first game since The Last Guardian.
They've had like that piece of concept art or whatever next to it forever, but it's like, I think like us three especially really like his work, so I'm so curious to see what's gonna happen. It's with Epic, right? Who's doing
yeah,
this?
Epic said that they're publishing.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what they're coming up with.
I hope that it comes out within a reasonable time frame after
Yes,
True.
we
we
all
actually
do.
talk about
Right.
it.
We all do.
But it's actually out this year or next
Right,
year, and not
right.
in 2027.
Yeah, skips
Yeah.
this generation entirely.
Or can't run on this generation. so that-
Right.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for Love and Respect.
Love and respect.
From Nick Saucy. Hey allies, I've been collecting games for almost my whole life, and I now have a really solid collection of mostly Nintendo classics. In looking over the games I have, some of my favorites over the years, Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door, Rhythm Heaven Fever, Professor Layton, have skyrocketed in price due to the insane demand for gaming media over the last few years. Games I remember going for $30 about 10 years ago now easily go for triple digits, and I think we're past the point of no return, especially with companies like Nintendo who sparingly port these games forward. Should we expect this next generation to not be able to have access to retro collections anymore?
For Nintendo? Specifically?
Yeah.
I never know with Nintendo.
Right.
I have no idea. I always expect no every time. I never expect my stuff to carry over with them.
Yeah. Wise words.
Yeah.
But also, I think what you see is what you get right now in terms of like their online service add-ons. I think that's just the path forward.
Yep.
Hopefully, they
Subscription.
expand at some point and add more platforms to that subscription, whether than the premium price or the default price or whatever. They make new tiers. because people obviously will pay it. So at this point, I'd rather just have them so that you could get access to those games. But yeah, in general, like, and I expect also the successor to be backwards compatible with Switch games at the very least.
Yeah.
But even they expect, but you never know.
But even like stuff like the expansion pass, it's like you kind of expect that to go forward.
Yeah, I expect those to go
for a year of this thing. Yeah.
And to be fair, I believe there is something concrete out there about them investing a lot of money in like the path forward for the successor being backwards compatible with Switch 1. I think it's like pretty conclusive. Like it's
I hope so.
Yeah, I think it's pretty conclusive on that front. But anything beyond that, like, yeah, it's a valid concern. Especially their handheld stuff. They don't bring none of their, like, a lot of their handheld stuff has not been brought forward. So beyond 3DS. Yeah. So if you don't have a 3DS, you're kind of like missing out on anything.
And you can't buy that stuff anymore either.
Yeah, it's like I think refurbished the last new 2DS XL. They don't even make 3D ones anymore. Yeah, those even refurbished ones are hard to get.
Expensive.
Yeah, and expensive. So,
Blood, they had it figured out on the Virtual Console.
Right.
And like, you just had to build off that.
Well, they had it figured out on our side. It seems like potentially they didn't have it figured out on the publisher's side.
Yeah, but it's like you would at least expect first-party Nintendo games that they own just to be there.
Yeah. I do wonder, Damiani, is that Pro Controller digital triggers? Is that why we don't have more GameCube games?
Oh, I see what you mean. Probably.
They just sell a freaking GameCube controller.
I mean, yeah, like they already have.
They do.
I know. Yeah. I'm just saying, like,
but then does that make
Nintendo
it
fans will pay?
No. Brad's right.
I guess Sunshine, they sort of modified it.
Yeah, they did.
To work on that.
Yeah. You have to be able to play it on there. So I forget how. I already played it without a GameCube controller. So there is a way to, I feel like, to do it. I just forget. But even if they can't, I mean, they already sell the SNES, NES, and N64 controllers in their shop. They seem to be, even the N64 ones slowly come back into supply a little bit better. They seem to be more easily able to manufacture new GameCube controllers. So
yeah, they sold GameCube controllers for Smash. Yeah, that's it, just for Smash.
Just make more of those, or just have an option. Some kind of like figure out a solution for it. Like yeah.
I just wonder if it's something that and like not every game used it, right? But say something which would never get a port, but say something like Rogue Leader, where it's like, okay, you have like that pressure sensitivity, and then you have the extra click through to close the wings. Yeah. It's like, how do you
maybe
that?
Maybe their next hardware will have a controller like that.
Yeah.
Because like the DualSense.
Because like every other controller
yes.
has it.
Yes.
That's true. They could just like solve that, and when that happens, that's when they add the service. It makes sense.
Shout out to Red Letter Media's recent VHS speculation video where they finally watch Nuki. Pretty fun stuff.
Okay.
None of you know what I'm talking about.
I just don't know where that came from.
I don't know why that happened.
Yeah.
Because retro gaming prices are high, maybe in small part because of auction houses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh,
et cetera,
sure. Yeah.
And they were kind of talking about that in that video.
For sure. From Jason Wojnar, my cousins recently lost a GameCube memory card they had since around 2002.
Oof.
To put this in perspective, the person who mainly played with this memory card was born in 2001.
Yep.
It had monkey ball course times they still regularly played and tried to beat. What is an old piece of your gaming history with sentimental value you either still have or eventually lost? I, for one, still have my copy of Crash Bandicoot 2 that I still vividly remember getting for my 5th birthday more than 23 years ago.
Okay. I still have my NES cartridge of Zelda that I had from when I was like 2 or whatever, 2 or 3. Still have that. I am devastated, Bloodworth. I'm so upset. I lost. I don't know where it is. My first edition of Ocarina of Time, the gold one.
Oh, crap,
I don't know where it is. I have everything else.
Red Blood.
And I just don't know where it is, and I'm so mad.
I lost my PS2 memory card that had like my about 175 hours of Final Fantasy X, where I'd done like everything in the OG version, including
lightning,
like getting the not just that, but like the sphere grids like maxed out, doing the break damage and the break MP HP stuff to like custom make the even better than the celestial weapons, like made my own like custom modifications that I spent time like grinding like the stuff from like the Marlboros and stuff, and then in the Ultima dungeon, Omega Ruins or whatever, like grinding there all that time, and then like but to make up for it, the last year in Final Fantasy on the Switch version, I did all of that.
Whoa.
But I used a guide.
forward.
But I used a guide to be more efficient this time, and did it
got
in
it.
a much faster time. And I was like very satisfied. I was like, yeah, like now I have it again, and I did, because I was like, I don't have a version where I can just go in and see all this stuff again.
Dude, must have been nice getting those achievements too from it, right?
Oh yeah, it was very nice seeing those achievements pop up. Yeah, it was really
Yeah,
good. It was a personal message from like Katase and Toriyama saying congrats.
I think my Final Fantasy X stuff is probably on my PS3 because I think I played it on there. For me, it kind of ties into the last question about like Nintendo stuff and things, like collections and stuff not being available. But two that I let go of completely voluntarily, and now I look back and I'm like, why did I do that? Kabuki Quantum Fighter for the NES, which is a cool, obscure game that like pretty much like it's never been re-released. As far as I can tell, and Mario Paint. Both of those games I gave away as trivia prizes at my first website. It's like, oh yeah, I'm done playing these. I'm not going to need them anymore.
Damn.
And that theme song for you.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if Mario Paint gets a good penny.
Gosh, yeah, Mario Paint.
Yeah, with
I think
the-
I got rid of mine
plastic
eventually at
mouse
some
pad.
point. It was so fun looking up like how to do like Simpsons theme and
Yeah,
stuff.
Right.
yeah. Oh, the music, yeah.
Yeah, well,
The
I had
music maker.
the guide too that had like how to make the Zelda dungeons and
Yeah,
everything.
that was fun.
All the Mario sprites.
Bum, 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 bum.
I had my discs for Suikoden's 1 and 2, and I thought I had lost the cases, but in my recent move, I actually found them.
Nice.
Nice.
So, nice.
Nice. Let's play a game.
Ah!
G the finger. Let's keep it simple. Below are 10 pairings of numbers. All you must do is say which of the two numbers is bigger. Adoration and admiration. First pair. Which is bigger? The number of Nickelback songs in Rock Band 4 or the number of endings in Nier Automata?
Well, there's 5 endings in Nier.
yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
Nier bigger.
Because Nier has every letter alphabet as an ending.
Yeah,
There's 12
Nier-
endings.
Nier bigger.
It's 26.
It's Nier.
There's no way there's 26 Nickelback songs in freaking...
And Guitar Hero or Rock Band? Is that what you said?
Rock Band 4.
Ooh, Rock Band.
I still think Nier bigger.
I'm gonna say.
Yikes.
I'm gonna say Nickelback, dude.
It's Nier.
Thank God.
Okay, okay.
27.
Thank God.
Okay.
And then 11. Nickelback
Oh,
songs.
wow. That's more than I thought.
Never
That's
know,
like one
man.
whole album or something.
The second one, minimum strength needed to wield the giant crusher one-handed
Oh.
in Elden Ring,
Oh, God. No.
or the minimum stars needed to pass the endless staircase in Mario 64.
That's 70.
I was going to say strength is... my guess was around 70.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
which is higher.
stars.
So, do they mean
Stars.
intentional way to get past
Yeah.
the endless
They said no
stairs?
speed
Okay.
strats, no
I'm gonna
skips.
say I guess stars.
Stars, Mario.
70
Yeah.
stars.
My guess is it must be like 60 then. It could be
Yeah,
80
you nailed
though.
it. 70 stars.
Whoa,
Yeah.
60 for-
Isla.
Yeah.
Dang, nice, Isla.
Number 3, number of possible story paths in Shadow the Hedgehog.
Ugh,
No idea.
who cares?
Number of exotic weapons and armor pieces in Destiny 2.
I have no
Oh
idea.
my god.
Oh, I guess Destiny.
Shadow.
Well, but because they're asking, it must be surprising.
Sure.
So
It's
Shadow the
gonna be.
Hedgehog.
There's a lot of legendaries in
There's
Destiny,
a lot
right?
of
Shadow
armor.
Hedgehog.
It's
I don't know.
Shadow. Somehow 326?
That's Sonic
understand
technology,
that.
dude.
Take that, Yoko Taro.
There are 206
gotta
exotic
write
weapons
fast.
and armor pieces in Destiny 2.
Dude, that is disgusting. That is absolutely filthy.
The total number of collectibles in Donkey Kong 64
Oh my God.
or the total number of songs in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
They have a lot of songs.
It's over 1,000 at this point.
Dude, I think it's Donkey Kong.
Isla?
Again, same logic. I think, Donkey Kong, because you think it's going to be Smash.
It is Donkey Kong.
I do. Donkey Kong has an ungodly amount.
3,821
Yes, it is
collectibles.
also
my
disgusting and filthy.
This is why.
That's what
criticize this
killed
game.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Versus-
It does not need to come back out.
1,068 songs in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
That's
You think
a
you like
lot.
Donkey Kong 64? You don't. You think you do, but you don't.
You don't.
The number of seconds in the any % Super Mario World speedrun,
Okay.
or the number of collection entries in Vanilla Vampire Survivors.
Super Mario World.
Oh,
I'm gonna
whoa.
say.
Wait, number of vanilla collections and.
Well, that's got to be like 80 or 90 things, right?
No. Vampire Survivors doesn't have that many. The vanilla ones, like base, not evolved, right? You said base, right?
It says vanilla.
Just vanilla.
Yeah, that's the base version.
But there's DLC now.
They
so
meant,
know,
yeah,
it's
they
not
meant base
including that.
version.
That's-
but that's like
in
100
the game,
things.
there's also evolved weapons.
What is it? I'm saying Mario.
I think they mean the whole collection. But also, the Mario speedrun, I think, is like 29 seconds or
Oh,
some
wait.
crazy
Oh,
thing.
It has
God.
more, yeah. I would say Vampire Survivors
I think
is more.
Vampire Survivor.
Vampire Survivors is more.
4, 8, 12. Vampire Survivors has. Yeah, sure. If it's 29 for the other one, I think it's more in Vampire
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Survivors.
That's a guess. But
Yeah. Vampire Survivors, 131 collection entries. And
Oh,
this-
collection entries.
yeah,
not
that's what I was
weapons.
saying. Collection entries.
Oh, I thought I was thinking of weapons.
It's the whole
Sorry.
collection. It's like
the
100.
collection, I think is huge.
Yeah, it's like 100 something.
Sorry.
yeah, and the any % Super Mario World speedrun is 41 seconds.
Yeah.
41
You were
seconds.
close,
Yeah, super
Isla.
fast.
Okay, yeah. I knew it was sub a minute.
My gosh. The number of possible gun combinations in Borderlands 3,
Ugh.
No.
Millions?
Ugh.
or the number of dollars the Call of Duty franchise has earned in lifetime revenue as of June 2022.
I'm so mad
Guns.
at this question. I'm furious.
Didn't they say like a dumbass name? Like
They said, like,
number?
gajillion.
Yeah, quadrillion.
Borderlands.
Yeah,
Borderlands 3.
Bajillions of guns,
Do
quote
your
unquote.
magic,
yeah.
Randy.
It's Call of Duty.
Oh,
Thank God.
Borderlands 3 has 1 billion-ish combinations.
Why?
Well, Call of Duty's way
Because
more.
it's combinations. All these different factors,
Stop
all
it.
variables.
Stop it. You don't need that
get
many.
some help.
Yeah.
It's all randomized. And then the $30 billion Call of Duty franchise.
There you go.
Oh, chat says that Edge magazine reports that Capcom said they are not cutting out the island from RE4 Remake.
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're not trimming some
Yeah,
stuff.
they should
though.
trim it. They should make
Or
some,
just get rid of some
make
stuff.
some changes.
Get rid of
dude.
those contra parts, all right?
All right. The number of games on Game Pass as of Christmas 2022,
Oh my
Whoa.
or Dr. Eggman's IQ.
Oh,
That's funny. I'm going to say Dr.
that's
Eggman.
really good. Well, it's got to be like,
Like, have you seen that shit that guy makes? It's ridiculous.
what would they say? Like 200 something?
Eggman.
I'll say Eggman.
It's Game Pass.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
incredible
sorry,
value.
Eggman.
467 as of Christmas
Oh
2022.
yeah, there's no way Eggman's that smart.
Eggman's IQ is 300.
See, 100 over 100 short.
That's really
Damn.
high for an IQ. Game Pass just proves incredible value even more. Smarter than Eggman.
Doom Guy's speed in miles per hour in the original Doom,
What?
or the number of unlockable cheats in GoldenEye 64.
I have no idea.
Is this like,
I
is there
love this.
official Doom speed guy? Like, his speed, is that official?
Apparently somebody's calculated. I
I'll
don't
go
know.
with
No, I'm not
GoldenEye.
buying that.
I'll go with GoldenEye.
I'll say Doom Guy.
Dude, the Doom guy runs really
He's
fast.
fast.
I'm going to say Doom.
It's Doom Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
57 miles per hour.
Oh god, that's fast.
He is very fast.
That's
A little
so
too fast.
good.
23 cheats in
I was
GoldenEye.
to say it was like only 20 something, right? Yeah.
All right. Streams of Megalovania by Toby Fox on Spotify
On Spotify, okay.
versus the HP of the Adamantoids in Final Fantasy 15.
Oh,
So millions.
Toys in Final Fantasy 15.
Well, it's got to be millions.
just because
for
it's
both.
nightmare. That thing was hated doing that stupid battle. It sucked.
I don't know about
I'm going to
this.
say Megalovania.
I'll
Dude, that
say-
giant ass turtle thing.
Oh,
That like,
fuck.
like was cheesing it and shit, and it's still.
yeah, I
like,
have to go with that. That was, yeah.
I don't know.
It is Megalovania.
Yeah,
Aha.
dude.
How close?
131.5 million streams of that song
Two.
versus 5.6 million HP of the Adamant.
All right.
That's
Where
still pretty
It
nuts.
felt like a billion.
I can't remember which game it was, if it was like Valkyrie Profile or one of those. Like the first RPG I played where like the numbers were like, I was doing like 15,000 damage in a hit. It just blew my mind as a kid. I was like, you can do that? It can go over 99?
Right. Okay, last one. The total number of personas in Persona 5 Royal versus the total number of boons in Hades.
Whoa.
Huh.
Tricky.
That is
I only
tricky.
know.
Because aren't the boons kind of combinatory as well?
Kind of.
I'm going to say boons.
I don't know.
I think there's variations
It's 5
and stuff in there.
Yeah.
I can say that.
I'll say Persona.
I'll go with Persona.
It's Persona.
Ah.
259 personas
Dear
in P5
Lord.
Royal. 195 boons in Hades.
Pretty close. Yeah, that's good. That was a fun game. I like that.
Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when wars or wars.
Dude, Prince? Hell yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Me.
Lightsabers or keyblades?
In this room?
I should have gone first. Yeah, be careful what you say.
Can I pass it to Brad?
No. You must answer.
I will say Keyblades because of bonds and heart and love.
Okay.
Kyber crystals get complicated.
Brad is not amused.
Purple. What do you want me to say, Brad? I'll say whatever you want me to say.
Just testing you. Silently judging.
Yeah. Whatever makes Brad happy is what I say.
Who's next?
Okay.
Appetizers or dessert?
Ooh, yeah. So this is a personal thing. I'm going with appetizers
Yeah, you are.
because there are a lot of places that have appetizers that are good enough to be like the meal.
Mozzarella sticks.
Dude, yeah. So many good places have appetizers. Like instead of getting a meal, also incredible value. We talk about Game Pass. Appetizers, man, are like a secret on the menu. Can fill you up as much as like an entree and be like half the price sometimes. Desserts are super satisfying, but you don't want to indulge in them. And secretly, they're some of the most expensive stuff for what you get. So it's like it's a once in a rare wild treat. But man, appetizers, like for me, they always like nail it. And dude, there's some really good historical appetizers, man. Like Chili's, what was it?
Awesome
like
Blossom.
the Awesome Blossom, or was it like or whatever, the Bloomin' Onion?
Yeah, the Bloomin'
whatever
Onion,
they were
yeah.
called. Like they're like
Outback Steakhouse.
triple dipper thing where you can mix and match. Back in the day at Fridays, they had like loaded potato skins. I would get that
Yeah.
as my meal, but as an appetizer.
Yeah, stop talking, dude. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. Good. Like,
Historical
dude,
appetizers.
the Chinese restaurants I go to, barbecue pork is always an appetizer on there, and it's like the best thing on the menu for me half the time. And I'm like, they're like, barbecue pork, you just want the appetizer? Like, yo, it's so good, and it's filling.
Dude, put like chicken tendies as an appetizer. It's like, come on, man.
Dude, okay.
Tendies?
Didn't Chili's
Yeah.
make an outcry for getting
love
rid of the
it.
original chicken tenders? I don't give a
don't
shit
know,
about
dude.
Chili's, but like they made like some headlines about
We should
getting
investigate.
They killed their original chicken tenders or something like
Big
that.
mistake.
Big mistake, Chili's. What are you doing?
What are you doing,
dude?
Chili's?
They used to call it like chili con queso, but they made it called something else now.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know what it is now.
Keep the chili names in
I
there.
don't know what Chili's is doing, man.
Chili's is still pretty good, though.
I don't know why they're still around.
They're still pretty good, dude.
I don't know what
They're like the
Chili's
best
is
out of that
doing
tier.
there.
They don't have the best salsa, but they're the most unique tasting salsa.
Okay.
Of like
what a weird thing to say, but okay.
If you put all these salsas in front of me, I can tell you which one is Chili's.
Really, dude? We should test that.
Easily.
Wow, we should test
Easily.
That's an easy update, baby. Please remember to do that. Blindfolded taste test. Also,
So appetizers.
chat was a 50-50 split on lightsabers and keyblades, just saying.
Oh.
Wow. All right, Brad.
that. Yep.
Aliens or zombies?
Oh, come on. It's zombies, dude.
What?
Like, you think of, like aliens, there's like a couple cool aliens. There's a couple cool ones. You got the xenomorph, and the rest are pretty nerdy and dumb. However, though, I'm gonna reverse my decision. Actually, I'm going aliens
There you
because I
go.
just thought of Krogans from Mass Effect, and that's better than any zombie. Because like zombies are okay, you get some cool ones. And they
Zombies
always try to
suck.
like do the. They're like a zombie, but not really. Kind of like freakers, man. This time around, they're not zombies though. It's just like whatever. Like zombies aren't as cool, I guess. Krogans. Give Rex a shotgun, you're set, baby. He's taking out a zombie, no problem, blood. You
Yeah.
gotta go with the aliens.
I forgot about that they were called freakers.
Right.
It's so dumb.
Dude, calamari, another appetizer.
Damian, your turn's done, man.
I think Damiani gets it.
Yeah,
though.
of course he does.
Yeah, obviously. chat was screaming
Guy
about
talked
the
about
islands
appetizers
calamari
for
to
like
you.
5 minutes.
Damiani.
What, they say islands?
They were like chat.
Yo.
They were like Damiani Islands had great calamari.
Islands tiki tenders, Damiani. Gotta get them.
Tiki tenders.
Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when wars.
Or wars.
All right, it's time for bets. Yeah, we done both this time around because we got a new season of bets to start. And those malodorous sea lions, they won last season
That's right.
with that 1 point.
That's right.
Kept it tied up, got that 1 point.
Damage control. Still lost.
But before we make any bets, we gotta name our teams. Yeah. So since you won, you get the naming privileges.
Ooh.
So before we started, I asked them to each bring 2 adjectives and 2 animals, one of each that they like and one that they don't like, which they have written on cards, which we're about to reveal here. You can look at your own deck before we pull them out. So first, let's reveal the ones that you like. Brad, let's
That I like?
show them to the camera and
Okay.
then put it on the
Do you
table.
want me to do the adjective first or the animal?
Adjective first.
Okay. We got the sleepy
Sleepy.
seagulls.
Sleepy and seagulls that
Yeah.
you like. Put them
Yeah.
face up so we can all see.
Sleepy seagulls.
All right. Damiani.
All right, so this is the one I like or don't like.
You like.
Like.
You like.
Okay, the one I like. All right. Garrulous
Carolus.
Grizzlies.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty good. I like the GG.
So now,
Yours was also alliterative.
No, you don't. No, not that though.
so you can either continue to be the Malodor Sea Lion.
No.
Or you can use any combination of these that
Let's
you
get out of
agree
here.
on.
Let's get out of the sea
get
lion.
out of
Let's get
it.
out of the sea
All
lion.
right, what do you want? And we can mix and match too.
I don't know.
So we can do like sleepy grizzlies where
Yeah,
they
that's
just like,
pretty good.
like snoring
Huber would
noises.
approve too.
Dude, yes, let's do it.
Let's do sleepy
do
grizzly.
sleepy grizzlies.
Yeah.
Sleepy Grizzlies. I like it. All right. So our first team name is the Sleepy Grizzlies. Let's set those cards to the side. Yeah, I've got 2 buckets.
Just Sleepy and Grizzlies. Set those aside.
No, all of those. The ones that we
Oh,
revealed.
All right.
Actually, no, you're right. Let's get the ones that you didn't pick as well.
So seagulls and garrulous.
Yeah. And then let's put all of your adjectives, including the ones you've not
Wait.
revealed, into this bucket.
So adjectives.
Adjectives only
Do you
in
want
that
us to
bucket.
fold them?
Well, Damiani didn't, so.
Well, that's yeah, whatever.
Everything.
And then the animal goes.
Yeah, animals will go in this one.
Okay.
Wait.
Some are folded, some are not folded.
Dominic didn't fold them at first, so I did not fold mine.
Right.
It's impossible
Did
to
you
pick
put
something-
animals in here too?
No.
Okay.
It's impossible to pick something
believe
not
so.
folded out of a
I think
bucket.
there's 2.
I
so
might
now
have
there's
put
2
mine in.
animals. Look
You
through there
said
and see if you put animals in there.
everything while putting papers into the one
So if we
bucket.
just take them
My
out and
animal
fold
was
them.
in here. That's
Okay.
in there.
And they should all be folded.
Okay, fold them down. Let's fold them.
Because you can't, it'll be hard to pick a not folded out of the thing.
Sure. Make sure that they're all animals. I will put it away.
Okay. These are animals. These are animals? Yeah? Okay.
Nice and shaped.
All right. All right, Isla, come in here.
Oh.
Don, get on that switcher.
You should have Don pick, because he's...
We got to roll for Don.
Okay. That's scary. But exciting.
You're picking.
All right, you're gonna pick out of one of these buckets, and I'm gonna pick out of the other one.
Okay. Let's go Garrulous. Actually, I want to see one that I haven't seen. Okay, I got one.
Okay, I got one too.
Ready?
Yeah.
Pesky.
Seagulls.
Damn.
Pesky seagulls.
Now, Don, you have to decide whether we go with this or we make it a mulligan. Redraw.
Okay, I didn't hear any of the. What did I miss? Where's there something?
We're pesky seagulls. Should
Right,
we
right,
be the
but-
pesky seagulls? You're on our team.
I think we should try for something better than that, right?
Okay.
Okay, we're drawing again.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
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 Some good combos are now.
All right,
Garrulous.
we got the Garrulous.
Please.
Ducks.
Yeah.
That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? That's
better.
Much better.
I can't wait to hear the quacks.
Much
Well, we have
better.
to be very talkative.
Quack, 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 quack.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're upset. You
I
wish you
wanna
had that.
What was left behind?
We're out of
Let's
chances.
see.
Well, if we're locking...
Anteaters would have been fun.
Oh,
Did-
I
did we
love
lock in
anteaters.
the Garrulous?
Yeah,
I
we
think
can-
we
we
have
can
to
do
lock
another
that in.
mulligan.
Huh? Wow, what a
Alright,
bummer.
Because stoned anteaters.
Stoned anteaters.
Yeah, that's what I brought out. It's so good. Blood would have been so pissed.
That's funny.
Garrulous ducks.
Quack, 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 quack.
Going on stone ducks now.
Nice. So yeah, this year our bets will be the Sleepy Grizzlies against the Garrulous Ducks. Excellent. All right, for the bet itself, One Piece Odyssey is out next Friday, January 13th. Between tonight
The neighbors of the stoned anteaters. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
The weed smoking neighbors.
and next week's podcast, I'm going to check every press release emailed to me about One Piece Odyssey. And I'm going to see how many times they actually name the Straw Hat Crew. For reference, a press release I got about a trailer in December contained the term 5 times. One press release. I don't know how many press releases we're even going to get. I know there's a demo coming up next week. There might be another trailer. I do know that the launch press release probably won't come until Friday. But who knows? Altogether, Brad, how many
It has to be Straw Hat Crew.
Straw Hat
specific.
Crew full
5.
5. Damiani.
Shit.
5.
5. Isla.
Good.
Here's the thing. I'm hoping that you get a few press releases. I said 12.
12. What's Don got over there?
Don, what do you got over here? Hang on, I forgot you were part of this. Ding. That looks like a 3 or an M made out of a ladder.
That looks like a 3. All right. And then I said 4.
Ooh.
Oh.
So you guys have to get 5.
3v2. Damiani got her back against the wall.
I guess there's a little space between 5 and 12 there.
Yeah, if they get like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9.
Nice. Let me tell you about patreon.com/easyallies. That is how we are funded. That is how we keep all of this going. And thank you to everybody who has been with us all of these years and who has kept us going through 2022 and watched all of our stuff while we were out on break, all the podcasts we shot ahead of time. But yeah, we need your support. We need ongoing support. You can give through a Twitch sub. You can do one-time donations via those PayPal links that are in there. But the best way to support us is to become a monthly patron. That helps us get all the resources we need to do everything around here. And nets you all kinds of fun rewards. There's our fan mail tier where we send out letters and videos and stuff every month. There's the Golden Voice where you can have Brandon Jones do some VO for you. And then if you become a patron, you get an ad-free version of this podcast with 2 extra love and respect questions at any level. And then if you go up to that $5 level, you get early access to this as soon as the completed podcast is put together. And you get to submit to Love and Respect. You get extended cuts of things like Achieve It Yourself. You get access to the Discord, lots of fun other things. And if you're all the way up in those higher tiers, you get to be part of our shout-out tiers. And this month's shout-outs go to Jaboabs, El Thanis, and Greg, the Dark Knight Kettering. Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Damiani, You get to promote any Easy Allies video you would like to promote. You get the final word on anything you disagreed with, want to reiterate, or just popped in your head. And you get to sign off with your trademark sign-off.
Nice. Let's give a shout out to the final episode 6 of Achieve It Yourself that just went up this week. Yeah, good season. Had a good time with it.
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed it.
Everyone really enjoyed it.
Oh, I
We loved
especially
it.
enjoyed it.
There's some there's some feedback on things that people would like to see next time.
Yes.
They want
yes.
they want
There's some
everyone
real
to be
good
in there when the scores are revealed.
We need
We hear you. We got it.
we have to show the torment on everyone's
Yeah,
faces.
it's kind of in the extended cut, sorta. But the way that we did it, it got repetitive, leaving it all in. So yeah, but they're in the extended cuts if you want to see them on Patreon.
Yeah, it makes there's been some good feedback already too. So excited to bring it back and do more of it. They like the format, so I'm glad. Very worried about the format, if it was gonna
Right.
like work out for as long as it did, or if we went too long, or if it's too complicated. So trying something new. So I'm glad people liked it. So shout out to that video, and thanks to everyone who worked on it, and thanks to all the great editing for it as well. Thank you, Isla.
Thank you, Damian. You did a wonderful job putting that show together. It was
Thank
it was a lot
you.
of fun. I look forward to doing season 5
Thank you
soon. Hopefully.
to our patrons who submitted.
Yeah.
We will make it much easier to submit next time as
Yeah.
well, so we can maybe get a majority of them from our patrons. And Tender Boy Muck, thank you so much for the best submission of all time.
Duh.
And final word, appetizers, baby. I cannot say how awesome appetizers are. Please, if you just gloss over the appetizer part of your menu, take another look at it. Maybe you'll explore
Sort
and
it
find
out,
something
get some
new.
appetizers.
That's right. Some great things that are only under the appetizer label. And until next time, may the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. Dude, there's some really good historical appetizers, man.